hang on. Let's try that again. I didn't have my audio on. It's a good
First one out the
start.
way. Let's keep rolling.
Let's try this again. Hello and welcome, everybody. Now I lost my train of thought. I'm the worst.
Definitely wizards. Second time.
Definitely wizards. Second time. All right. Welcome to DnDenial, where we are going to be playing Definitely Wizards for the second time on the channel. It is a very fun and definitely ridiculous one-shot. I will be DMing, GMing, whatever you want to call it, our game. I am the Speed of Candy. You can find me on all of the various internet places under that name. And I am super excited to see what kind of shenanigans our players get into today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Share any socials that you'd like to, anything you'd like to let us know that you're involved in, and then we'll jump right in. Let's start with, I'm going to call you by your character names if that's okay. Let's start with Professor Tim Dillery.
All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Professor Tim Dillery. Socials and whatnot. Mainly it's just TikTok. It's at Seaweed Sausage there. Mainly just doing D&D stuff, but just other random tabletop stuff. Always a blast to jump into and try out. So excited to be definitely a wizard today.
We are definitely wizards.
For sure.
Let's go to Juniper next.
Hi, I'm Juniper. I'm Linen and Spice on TikTok and Twitter. Tonight I'll be playing Lilith, who is most definitely a wizard and not at all a vampire.
For sure. Next up, Dahlia.
All right. So I will be playing as Dahlia Linclair, who is a siren who has come to the mainland in search of rock and roll. I can be found on Instagram, TikTok, Discord, all as I'm Crash Landon.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's head over to Roy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Roy Kalin tonight, and well, I'm Alistair. You'd most find me as that guy on TikTok, but I haven't done anything with that in a hot minute. Mostly, I'm just here on D&D now when they invite me around.
Love it. Levi.
Hi, I am Lobster. I will be playing today Levi Gerbil, a totally legit wizard that has just happens to have a lot of muscles, as all wizards do. And yeah, you can find me on TikTok at the Rambling Lobster.
It's about balance, right? Mind, body balance. You got to keep that.
Exactly.
Keep it sync.
Exactly.
And last but not least, Trixie Floating Feather.
That sounds pretentious. I love it. Hi, everybody. I'm Peria. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. I will be playing Trixie Floating Feather. She is a magician who is ready to be a wizard, I guess.
Take it to the next level.
Yeah.
All right. Here's our introduction to the world. The Ministry for the Distribution of Arcane Magical Permits regulates all legitimate magical use within the Kingdom of Duiset. The Ministry of the Damp, as it's colloquially known by everyone outside the Ministry, limits magical permits to individuals who have shown that they have worked studiously and have the discipline to be trusted with magic. Anyone caught performing magic without a permit, such as through natural or wild magic, or using the unlicensed use of magical artifacts, is summarily arrested. You and your party have completed the paperwork and written portion of the Damp Wizard Certification exam, and all that is left is the practical portion. You are going to be evaluated as a group. If any of your party fails, you all do. The exam is a series of trials designed to test your magical competence, skill, and control. The party must complete these challenges while keeping up the appearance that you are all wise and dignified wizards and definitely not a ragtag bunch whose magic is from anything but book learning. You are in what basically appears to be a sterile waiting room. You're sitting on chairs, you've passed the written exam, and waiting for your practical to begin, when suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, there is a blinding flash of light that coalesces into a glowing white ball of magical energy in the center of the room in between you. From this ball of light, you hear a voice. Greetings, wizard. I am Procky, the proctor of your wizard certification exam, courtesy of the Ministry for the Distribution of Arcane Magical Permits. Please don't use the acronym, they don't like it. First off, congratulations on making it this far. You've all paid your dues and passed the written exam. Well done. All that's left is the practical. In a moment, I will conjure a mystical door. Impressive, right? All you have to do is pass through that door, and the one after that, and the one after. Eventually, you'll reach a room with no more doors. That's where you'll receive your wizarding certificates, permitting you to contract and complete all manner of arcane tasks and adventures. Now, I will be with you the whole time, so if you have any questions, just ask. Of course, I can't help you solve the puzzles in the room. That would be cheating. But other than that, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Here's some free info. My favorite color is blue. Oh, I should mention that I will be monitoring you very closely for any signs of cheating. If you attempt to use any illicit magic or unauthorized tools, I will be forced to fail and or arrest and or execute you. And nothing escapes my excellent magical vision. But of course, I'm sure I have nothing to worry about from 6 fine examples of scholarly integrity such as yourself. Good luck, and try not to die. Cleaning up failed candidates is the worst part of my job. Yes, you have a question already?
Yeah, Procky, is it? Yeah, where's the coffee? I was told there was coffee.
Oh, I will summon that for you in a moment. And there's
Thank
a
you.
glow of light, and on the coffee table in front of you, there is a piece of coffee, a cup of coffee. Now, unless there are any other questions, allow me to create my door. And he glows, and there is a glowing outline of a wooden door floating in the middle of the room. What would you guys like to do?
Oh, I believe I learned that trick one of my first years of taking these tests. I passed it before, of course. I think we just, if I remember correctly, we just walked through, of course, right?
Yeah, just go on through, buddy. Come on.
I'm gonna reach out and just try to open the door.
You go to open the door. The door swings into what looks like a dark void.
but normally there was a room on the other side when I've done the trick before, clearly. But certainly, Juniper, would you like to take the lead here?
Sure, why not? I will stand up, pull my gloves down. All right, let's do this. And I will confidently stride into the door and just only wince a little bit as I step through it into the unknown.
You step into the unknown as the first person through. The rest of you see as Lilith passes through the door. You all see her disappear. Lilith, you are in a blank white room. White floor, white walls. You don't see anything else at the moment. Are the rest of you planning on following her?
Yeah.
Let's just get this over with.
Yeah, let's go for it.
I down the coffee and go in after.
You down the coffee. Y'all walk in. When the last person walks through the door, it immediately closes behind you, and the bright white room starts to shimmer and change, and you find yourselves in a forest clearing. There are trees all around you. On the other side of a 20-foot tall river, you can see what appears to be a door. It looks like a door just standing in the middle of the clearing on the opposite side of a river. The river itself, you immediately see, is slow moving, but appears to be quite deep, with dark, indistinct shapes moving beneath it. Lily pads sit atop it. What would you like to do?
What do we what can we hear? Like, is there any sort of like audio clues that we could pick up here?
You hear the rushing of river. Water is quite loud, all things considered, even though it is a pretty slow-moving river. There is definitely some splashing sounds, and there are echoes of birds and other animals coming from the forest around you. But in the clearing itself, you don't hear anything particularly. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything that jumps out at you.
I would like to look around and see if I can see Procky anywhere. See where they're going to be surveilling us from.
Take a quick look around, and you spot the sun high in the sky, except that it's not the normal yellow sun that you expect to see. It is a bright white ball of light.
Are we currently standing in the sun, or are we in the shade?
You're standing in a clearing, so the sun is like shooting down on you.
So are we still meant to interpret this as a room that's just been decorated in the form of the challenge? Okay.
Yeah, you get the impression that this is a magically constructed room. Here's what I'm thinking we're going to do. I'm going to have you guys roll initiative just so I can do kind of like ask you in order what your plan is to try and tackle this room.
Okay, sorry. Technical difficulties.
Okay.
No, you're all good.
We'll give Trixie a second. Everyone else, if you would just roll both your 2d6 and give me what you've got. Let's start with Roy. Do you want to give me yours first?
Yeah, I got a 7.
7. Okay. Tim.
I got 4.
4. Levi.
I also got a 7.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys.
I also
3
got
7s. Okay. So that's Levi, Dahlia got 7. Lilith, what did you get?
Got 5.
5. Okay. Dahlia, Levi, and Roy, give me a roll off.
Oh,
I got a combined 6, unless you want me to just do 1.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you at 6.
8.
No, 2 is good. 8.
I also got 6.
One more time.
Wow.
You're a wizard.
Are you sure you're not a wizard already?
Can you
Maybe
guys hear me or see me?
Yeah, it's working better
Okay,
now.
okay,
It's working
okay.
much better
These, I can't tell and I have no idea. I'm so sorry, everybody. So we went through a glowing door and we're in some kind of forest.
I'll
right?
describe it again as soon as we do
Okay, I'm
initiative.
so sorry,
That's
Dan.
totally fine. Just roll your 2d6 and give me what number you got.
Okay,
9. I got 9 this time.
I
got
got
a 9
10.
too.
9.
There you go.
I'm gonna give you 10. Okay. I think I've got an order, assuming I didn't mess this up. Okay.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Let's go. Okay. First in our order, I believe, is Trixie. But I'm going to describe this room for you again since you weren't here. It's totally fine. So as you pass through this glowing door, the white, basically just like a room made of pure white light, coalesced into a forest clearing. You see that on the opposite side of a 20-foot wide river is what looks like a door just standing in the middle of the clearing, like it's just standing in space, basically. The river itself is slow moving, but appears quite deep, with dark, indistinct shapes moving beneath it. Lily pads sit atop, and you get the impression from what Procky said that you need to pass through the doors. So you are first. What would you like to do?
Okay. Let's see. This might be something you'll let me do, but we'll see. So Trixie will go up to, you said it's 20 foot, right?
20-foot wide river, yeah.
Okay. That might work. She is going to like open her little, she's got like this like suit jacket on, and she's gonna like open it, and out of a little pocket is gonna pop a tiny little like white bunny. And when that happens, she's gonna like have it in her arms. Do we know where the proctor is? Did I go down again?
He appeared to be, you did glitch for a second, but Lilith looked around, and if you look around too, you'll spot it pretty quickly. The sun is not yellow. It is a glowing white ball of light that looks identical to Procky.
Okay. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna be chaotic for this first time, and we're gonna definitely try and do like a wild spell, but she's gonna try and be a little sneaky about it. So her little familiar, she's gonna be like, okay, she'll put it down and hand it this little pouch, which has glitter in it, by the way. It's some of her pocket glitter. And she's gonna be like, okay, so I lost the accent. She's gonna try and have the little bunny throw some glitter at the same time that she tries to, and I'm gonna cast a wild spell. She's gonna try and do like a Houdini-esque levitate kind of thing across.
It's more of a Chris Angel type deal.
Okay. So you're
Sure.
gonna pull a pure Chris Angel levitate and
Oh yeah.
hover
she's
across the
gonna try.
water.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Let's try it. Give me a wild roll. So roll a d6. You want to get a 3 or lower.
Okay. Three lower.
Mhm.
I got it too.
You got a 2. The spell works as intended.
Okay.
Tell me, how do you disguise this?
What she's gonna do is when she goes to cast it, she's gonna go.
And freeze.
She's gonna pretend like
Silent.
Hold the
simple-
moment. Maybe
simple-
the proctor won't.
Oh no. Perry, we keep losing you.
Oh,
Oh no. While we take a moment here, Lilith is going to do a couple of things, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
First thing she's going to do is to take one glove off and just put a fingertip out into the sun just to see if anything bad happens.
Nothing bad happens. It's not sunlight. It's magical
Awesome.
light used by Procky.
Okay, glove back on. Second thing she's going to do, oh, have we got Trixie back?
I don't know. Is it
Ish.
back?
kinda. It's
Kind of. That's so weird. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know why. Lilith, you can keep going. I don't want to like cut you off.
Oh,
Okay.
sure, just for a little bit. I am going to look around and see who looks the strongest out of this party.
It's
Who looks the strongest?
I mean, who's
Dahlia?
strongest would be
That would probably be me.
Yeah, I think it would
Levi.
definitely be Levi.
Yes.
Be Levi. Okay. I'm going to sidle up to Levi and just quiet enough that, like, over the rushing water, it can't be heard by anybody else. I'm going to sort of say, I have a paralyzing fear of rushing water. If there is any chance that you might be able to help me across, that would be wonderful. And that's it.
Yeah, sure. I'll try that. Why not?
Thank you so much. That's it.
Okay. What are you guys doing to get across?
I think Levi's gonna look at the trees around and see if there's like a tree that could be like big enough to like so I could rip it and make a bridge across the river.
There are definitely some very large trees at the edge of the clearing.
Okay.
You could definitely.
I would like to try and rip one of the trees and make a bridge.
Okay. So you head over to one of the trees. You just full on 2-arm grip, get nice and low.
Yeah.
Give me a wild roll to see if you manage to succeed. So D6. You want to get lower than a 3.
That's a 5.
Okay.
Oh
If you're
boy.
above a wild.
Uh-oh.
So it might still work. So now what you're going to do is you're going to roll your d6 again. On a 1 or a 2, the spell fails. On a 3 or a 4, it works with a side effect. On a 5 or a 6, it fails dramatically and something bad happens.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
The tree explodes.
So bad. Are we talking about
All of the trees explode.
just use the tree up into space and take out our proctor?
Oh, that's another 5.
Another
Oh,
5.
no.
Oh, God.
Right
Off
next
to
the
a great start,
vampire.
guys. Off to a great start.
Going well.
Everything is fine.
It's
I
fine.
know.
So add 1 to your wild, first of all. So your wild should now be 4.
Yes.
And the spell fails dramatically. You go to rip this tree out of the ground and just, you're very strong. You are too strong for this tree. It comes out, roots and all, and it just flies up into the sky
Oh.
and just tumbles across the river. And you see it actually smashes into the door, and the door just falls down flat.
Oh.
Paul Bunyan,
Oh.
I don't think you needed to do it that far.
My bad. Sorry. Sometimes I like overshot my strength, it's just I'm not used, it's just
This ain't a bale of hay,
Did you
but
just
it's just
disable the
just a
door?
tree.
yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I tried,
Not a problem. We'll find another way.
Well,
Not a problem.
Dan, can I
Yes, you want to finish?
my little
Yeah.
thing? I'm so
Go for it.
sorry.
That's okay.
My whole point was she was going to cast Simple Illusion while she was doing this as well to make it look like she was floating across a lily pad. So since it succeeded, it looks like for some reason she's just incredibly light. So I imagine while all of this is happening in the tree, that was delightful. I know it's awful for our characters, but that was amazing.
That was
So
so
like
cool.
as she's like floating across this river and like daintily like stepping across it, she's gonna like look back and be like, well, darling, I don't think that was supposed to happen. Can I look at the door? Can we did the
Yes,
door,
you said
like,
you were casting a wizard
shatter?
spell to disguise your wild spell. So I need
I
you to
do
roll
that?
for that. Yeah, but I
Okay,
need you to
bet.
roll for it.
Can do. It's a 1.
It's a 1. Spell works how you intended. So it works. Add 1 to your wizard, please. Your wizard should now be 4.
Okay. Okay.
You take a look at the door. The door looks like a. Hang on. I had the wrong thing open. Sorry, 1 sec. You take a look at the door. The door itself appears to be 2-dimensional, and it looks like the handle is painted on.
Oh, okay.
It is flat on the ground. It looks like kind of looks like it's like plywood with a door painted onto it. I'm going to switch over to, so we've had Lilith has gone, Levi has gone, a little bit out of order. That's okay. Let's go to Dahlia. What are you doing in this moment?
so you mentioned that there were shapes in the water.
Mhm.
What kind of shapes are we talking? Are they like what exactly do they look like?
You go and like peer over the edge of the water and look down into the depths. You see there are a variety of shapes. Some are bigger, some are smaller, some are definitely fish-like. Others are very large with spindly, smaller legs shooting out behind them and like a round-ish shadowy body.
Like a crab?
Could be a crab.
Would I be able to possibly like through the power of song, maybe like cause one of these creatures to come up and like ferry me across perhaps, or be some sort of a vehicle?
Amazing. Absolutely. So do you have, are you just singing? Is that how they?
I mean, I have my bass, like I'd probably strum it passively, just sort of lay down a good bass line. But like as a siren, I probably can just hit a couple high notes and I don't know.
Love it. You use the power of song to try and convince one of these larger creatures to come and give you a ride. Give me a wild roll.
Oh, all right. Here we go. That's a 1.
A 1 is successful. How are you making this look like a wizard spell before I describe what happens? You don't have to. You could always just.
I guess I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I
That's
don't
fine.
have a whole lot of options. I think I'm gonna save my spells for later. I think I have an excuse maybe if I get suspicions. So like I should be okay.
I think you're okay. So add 1 to your wild, and you play a song for one of the larger shapes, and you see it's not a crab that comes up, but it's like a very large, like person-sized frog just swims up to the top of this river and just and then hunkers over for you to climb on.
Haven't never seen a frog rodeo before.
Is it big enough that it could be a platform for more than one person?
I'm just going to roll a pure luck check and let you know. I really should have got dice for this.
Because if it's big enough that it can just sit there, then we can all just sort of leapfrog across.
You can fit a couple of people on it.
As it were.
It's probably about 7 feet tall. Its body is nice and big. 2 people could get on it if they like cuddle up close.
Okay.
It would have to swim across to get you to ferry you across.
Oh. So I guess I would open up maybe to Lilith, maybe if she would want to come with me, be my leapfrog buddy.
You're +1.
I would be delighted. Shall we see how this goes?
Well, as
Step
long
on.
as long as we don't end up in the water, we should be pretty all right, I think.
I'm just going to kind of very gingerly kind of tiptoe onto the frog to see if anything happens over the rushing water.
Okay, you head onto the rushing water. You're a vampire. Does the frog manage to keep you completely out of the water? Let's roll for that.
Oh no.
Why don't you roll for it? Roll your d6. I'm going to say anything other than a 1 or a 2, it keeps you out of the water. If you get a 1 or a 2, you're getting a little wet.
Uh-oh. That's a 4.
Well,
okay.
Oh,
I don't think just getting wet, I don't think would be fatal for you. It's
Definitely not fatal, but might have made it a little more obvious that she's a vampire. But you're fine. It keeps you out of the water. It's a strong swimmer, this frog. And it just kicks its legs, takes you to the other side of the riverbank.
Maybe clinging to Dahlia.
Good
Thank
frog.
you so much. Thank you.
Frog
I know,
takes
I'm pretty great.
the frog lets out one last and then just bows as you clap for it and dives back into the water. Its job complete. We're going to move to Roy.
So Roy's gonna sidle up to this, big, long Texas-sized strides because that's all he's got. Gonna just look at the river. Sees the lily pads. Kind of cracks his knuckles. Just at that moment, a little bit of time happens. You just see them start to fossilize. Become a little more sturdy.
Cool. So you're manipulating the time stream to fossilize these lily pads. I love it. Give me a wild roll.
That's a 1.
1 is good.
Oh, no.
Ooh, nice.
Low is good. Okay.
It's not good for the lily pads.
Not good for the lily pads. Your spell works as intended. Tell me how you're hiding or disguising the spell.
So I'm gonna try to do an incantation in the middle of that, like, oh, Obsidius Stonius, Sandstonius.
So you just
Amazing.
make up a
Yeah,
spell.
halfway through.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, that works. You're good. So
I'll just move along the pathway.
you mosey across the stone pathway of lily pads. You're on the other side of the river. Tim, what's Tim doing?
First I'd be applauding people that are making it. Oh, good job, everyone. Like, I'm proud of you. You've are great students. Certainly, of course, I'm on this side. I must get to that side. So, what I'm going to try to do, since I'm an elemental blood, it's kind of like a Avatar, Last Airbender type situation. So I'm going to try to do freezing of the water as I just step across the water, like almost making like a small little ice bridge. And I'm gonna see if that works. I'm just gonna go with all confidence, even if it fails.
Beautiful. Just striding across, fully confident.
Yeah,
I love
well, I'm clapping for everyone else. Hey, and I got a 1.
You got a 1. It works. You make it across successfully. How are you disguising this? How are you disguising this use of your abilities?
So as I'm trying to congratulate everyone and just make it all about them and doing such a good job, and just completely taking it away from, oh no, I'm just meant to be able to pass through this without doing this test at all. I'm just here to watch, not to participate.
Okay. All right. So you're trying to just.
He's just.
You're just doing it. You're just doing it.
I'm just trying to throw misdirection. If it works, it works. If not.
All right, I'm going to roll for that. I'm going to see if Procky notices you not actually casting a spell to do this. Perception check for. Oh, that's a 19 for him. Yeah, take one. Take 1 wild. So your wild should be up to 4 now.
All right.
All right. You've all managed to make it across the river.
I think I'm still
No,
on
the
the side.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah, I
You're not.
failed miserably.
You
Um,
knocked over the door.
Yep. I think I'm just gonna go through the fossilized lily pads, like just very shyly and embarrassed that I failed, and join the group.
Okay.
It's only a 20-foot gap. You probably could just long jump it if you really wanted to.
Use those glutes.
Probably, but I think Levi's just embarrassed and like doesn't want like
they don't
to be
wanna miss
noticed.
it. That's fair. Okay. So yeah, there is a path now you can definitely just follow for sure. Okay. You're all on the opposite side of the river. There is a 2-dimensional, what looks like a sheet of flat wood with a door painted on it. You glance around this area. There is a pile of fallen trees behind the door. Door is laying flat. There is also the very long, what basically looks like a tree that has been uprooted and thrown across this river, laying at the edge of the clearing.
Wow. It looks like that because that's what it is.
Yeah. We're going to go up to the top of our initiative again. Trixie, you've had the most time staring at this door. What's your plan?
I'm paying attention to everybody else. Maybe we should put it back where it came from. Maybe. Can we see any? So she was over there. I would say that she's like walking around the door to see if maybe if they put it back like a pedestal kind of thing, and then like the door would work again. Is there anything she could see?
You see that there are. It looks like the door was shoved into the ground, and that it was the dirt itself that was keeping it up. When it got hit by this tree, the dirt got kind of shoved as it fell over.
Okay. Behind the door, is there any other exits they can see? Like, is there anything by like the falling trees?
There's no perception check for this, but just roll me a d6 to see what you see. Just roll a d6. We'll see what we see.
I got a 1.
I don't know, man. It's clearing. Weird.
I don't know. Well, I think our best shot is just to put it back the way we found it. Can anybody I guess, assist me? Does that work for this game?
Yeah.
I guess
I can,
that over here is probably your best bet.
yeah, I'm gonna use my big arms and help you out with that.
Yeah, Levi, let's see if we can. And she's gonna like go to one side of the door to try and like help
Yeah,
put it back.
Okay. You go and go to put the door back. I'm going to say the door is quite heavy, far heavier than it should be for a piece of plywood.
Okay.
Levi, as the very strong person of this duo, is probably going to have to do most of the lifting. So why don't you give me another wild roll to see if you can hoist this thing up and put it back into position.
All right. That's a 4.
That's 4. And your wild is now 4.
It's 4, yeah.
Okay.
So you're good.
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, you hoofed it up, put it back into its spot. Are you doing anything to disguise this as a spell, or you're just hoofing it up, being strong as you are?
I mean, we can.
I think say words and pretend like I'm trying to make it levitate, but really I'm just lifting it up. So I'm just like making up a spell and just like being like, oh, door left, like you go back to you belong.
Amazing. Okay.
It's perfect.
Hold
Trick still throw some pocket glitter while that's happening.
Perfect.
Like at the right
what
time as the
magic
words
happened
end,
before my
it'll just be
eyes.
like bing
Magic.
for the flair.
Trixie, if you would like, for using your costume in a very clever way, you can either add a point to wizard or remove a point from wild.
Okay, bet.
Okay. You put this door back in its spot, and the second you put it back in the ground, you see that the doorknob pops out.
Well, look at there.
That's
Thanks
some
a
book
bunch,
learning for
Levi.
you.
Good job. You've solved the puzzle. I'm so proud of my students here. Yes. Marvelous.
Right. Well, shall we? And Trixie will go to like open the door.
You open the door, you see darkness beyond, same as that first door that you opened.
I take it they're not going to be revealing the puzzles to us until we're all present.
I
This
wouldn't
is-
imagine
Seems
so.
like it.
Well, no point sitting around waiting for it. Might as well just go on.
Yeah, just go right through.
Everybody heads on through the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
When the last of you walk through the door, it closes behind you. You find yourself in that bright white room again, that the second the last of you walks in and the door closes, it coalesces into. You find yourself in a room that can best be described as the inside of a metal safe. The walls, floor, and ceilings are all made of apparently seamless metal, with a soft snoring noise echoing off of the walls. As the magic light fades from your teleportation into this room, you immediately start to float up off the ground. Gravity does not seem to work in this chamber. You flail about for a moment, but only succeed in turning yourself in place. In the center of this room is a giant floating eyeball monster with 8 eye stalks surrounding its circular body. It appears to be the source of the snoring. There are 5 doors in this room, 1 in the center of each wall and 1 on the ceiling. Each door has a little jangly bell attached to it.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Starting from the top again, or
Why don't we do initiative again? Just give people another shot.
Oh,
Roll your 2d6. Trixie, give me your number first, please.
8.
8. Lilith,
5.
5.
Oh,
Dahlia,
it was 2d6, sorry.
9.
10.
9 for Dahlia. Roy,
10.
10. We'll deal with that in a second. Tim,
7.
7. And Levi,
A 9.
9. Okay. Our 2 10s, Lilith and Roy. Could you please roll again?
I got 3.
Okay.
6 that time.
6. Okay. You still 1. So you're going to have an 11. Roy's going to have a 10. And then our 2 9s, Dahlia and Levi. Could you 2 roll again, please?
3.
4.
Sorry, one person at a time. Dahlia, how'd you do?
4.
4. Levi?
3.
3. Okay. So we're going to put you down to an 8. Okay. Awesome. All right. Lilith, you are first to act this time.
So you said there were doors.
There is a door
Windows.
in the center of this. So it's basically a cube that you're in. There is a door at the center of each wall. So all 4 of the walls and on the ceiling above you with a little jangly bell attached to each door.
Okay. What's the doorknob / keyhole type situation on this door?
There is a metal lever attached to the door that appears to open it.
Okay. Can we see at all whether the edges of the door have any gap at all, or whether it's completely flush?
It's completely flush.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to try swimming up to the door through the air and just see if that actually moves me in space or not.
Without gravity, unfortunately, swimming does not work. There's nothing in this room for you to swim against. So you just flail about in midair for a little while.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to very, very quietly whisper. Oh, can we see the proctor in this room?
Roll your d6 again for me, just as a impromptu perception check.
I got a 5.
Okay, that's a very good roll. As you glance around the room looking for the proctor, you see that the eyeball monster in the center of the room seems to be a little brighter than he should be, and almost glowing with this, he's the source of light in this room, glowing with this white, soft light.
Okay. I'm going to very quietly whisper to those closest to me. I cast polymorph. And then I take my cloak and I kind of whip it around me in such a way that I disappear and become a bat. And then I'm going to very gently flap my way up, so that I don't, put breeze onto the sleeping thing. Once I reach the door, I'm going to put my little feet on the door handle. And is the bell hanging off the door handle? Did you say?
Yeah. So when you get up to the door and you go to put your feet on it, you notice that this door is definitely going to swing inward and jangle the jangly bell.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use one little claw to grasp hold of the clapper of the bell.
Okay.
And with the other one, attempt to use some force to open the door.
So you're going to polymorph. Okay. Why don't you give me your wild roll for your polymorph, and we'll resolve that first.
That's so wild roll is just a single d6, isn't it?
A single d6,
Okay.
and then compare it to your wild.
1.
It's a 1. That's below your wild. That succeeds.
My wild is 3.
Yeah, that succeeds. So yeah, you turn into a bat. You fly your way up to. Are you going to the one on the ceiling, or one of the ones on?
Whichever one was closest to me at the time.
Okay,
Doesn't
so
matter.
probably one of the ones on the walls. You pop open the door, hold the jangly bell, stretching as far as you can as your bat form. You manage to get the door open and muffle the jangly bell.
Also,
What are you doing?
little wing motion to everybody else.
Okay. You're
And I'll
calling
just
other
sort of,
people over?
and I'll just hold the bell and hang there until we can get people through.
Okay. That's your turn. Roy, you are next.
So he's just gonna take a step forward and appear to be right in front of another door, and he just moved forward in time real quick.
So your jumping time. Amazing. Okay, give me a wild roll as you jump time to appear in front of a different door than the one
Yeah.
that Lilith is in front of.
Yeah, I'm on like the opposite side.
Okay. That absolutely works. How are you disguising this as a spell?
I'm just gonna like Dorothy click my heels and just say back to Kansas.
Amazing. Okay. For all intents and purposes, it looks like you cast a spell to teleport.
There's no place
it.
like across the room.
All right. You are by the door on the left. And are you just hanging out there for the moment?
I'm waiting, yeah.
Okay. Dahlia, you are up next.
So one of the doors is already open. I'm curious. Would I be able to use like a hunch in order to find out what this creature is dreaming about? Just because I want to know.
Okay. Sure. You use hunch to get a kind of feeling about what this creature is dreaming about. You go ahead and give me that wild roll, that magic roll, wizard roll. Sorry,
3.
3. I'm guessing that's low. That's
Yep.
your wizard score. Okay. Works as intended. Excellent. So you just like close your eyes and you like try and mentally connect with this creature, and you hear back almost immediately. Boy, I hope that these wizards don't know that it's actually me in here, inside this giant monster the whole time. I can actually see them. I'm only pretending to be asleep.
I'm really tempted to be mean to the robot.
Good. Are you doing anything else?
What would actually what would even happen if we disrupted the beast? I think that since at least one of the doors is already open, I'm just gonna take my bass and just do a long riff across the strings to try and wake it.
Okay. You want to wake this thing up. Okay. Amazing. Go ahead, give me a wild roll.
1.
You successfully wake this thing up. Add 1 to your wild, please. You see immediately it wakes up and it goes, "Roar! I am angry. I am going to get you if you don't hurry out of this room quickly as you can." And little beams of
Now
light
that's what I
shoot
call a
out from
puzzle.
all of the eyeballs. None of them hit you. They just shoot in your general direction.
It's like a rave, but dangerous.
All right. I'm going to go to the next person. We'll come back to you and see what you do after that. Levi.
Are we like close to like the ground or like a wall or something that I could like push myself off of?
You're floating a couple feet off of the ground. You might be able to get yourself close enough to kick off.
Okay. I think I'm gonna just try and push myself from the ground and go to the door that Lilith went through.
Okay. Give me a wild roll to like full strength. Just you get a nice squat going and just extend as far as you can.
That's
Oh, no.
fine.
Oh no.
Okay.
And can I do something here to intercede to help distract?
Sure. What are you planning on doing?
So this thing's looking for noise, right? It's got the jingling bells. I'm just
Yes.
clicking my spurs together, making a jingle noise.
Okay. Amazing. So here's what happens. You don't face consequences. Your spell might still work. So roll me a d6 to see if the spell works. but there's not going to be any negative side effects. Roy, you see the lights just turn to where you are and shoot all around you.
Oh no! And I fall backwards into the door.
Okay. You're going to have to add one to wild. And
All right.
as you fall through the door, you see it disappears. Well, the rest of you see that it disappears.
Like the
That
whole
door is
door
gone.
is just gone.
That door is
Oh.
gone. Levi, what did you roll on your d6?
I rolled a 5.
Okay. The spell fails dramatically,
Yeah.
but there's no negative side effects because Roy helped you out with that. You do have to add one to your wild. Add one to your wild, though.
Okay. All right.
5 now?
Yeah.
Okay. Could be worse.
Oh.
It's not 6 yet, so
Okay. So Roy, you went to a separate door than the one that Lilith had opened, correct?
Yeah, I went to
Okay.
the opposite one.
Okay. So you're through that door. That door is gone. We're going to move on to Levi. You were not able to get to that door. You tried to kick off, but you couldn't get close enough and ended up just kind of like doing squats in midair.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're going to move on to Trixie. Trixie, what are you doing?
Okay, cool. So the orb is awake, right? Is it still distracted by the music?
It's reasonably distracted. Yeah. There's music
Okay.
playing. There's Roy's clanking his heels.
Okay.
Was
Totally not a
Yes.
disco in this room at all.
This is fine. This is
That'll
fine.
be a square dance if anything.
Right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but since they're kind of floating, kind of anything could pull them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Trixie is going to cast a wild spell, and she's going to conjure like a handful of like doves.
Okay.
And she's gonna see if they can like pull her to the open door that Lilith already has. So yeah.
Are you like holding on to the doves like feet as they
Oh,
fly?
yeah, for sure, because they're floating, like, right? So it shouldn't have to be anything crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, all right.
The doves don't look happy about it, but it works.
They'll be fine.
Go ahead, give me your wild roll.
You look like a Disney princess,
Exactly.
but you'll get where you're going.
That's a 3.
Okay, which should be good. Yeah,
Is it
Uh,
okay?
it's because your wild is what, 4?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're good. Absolutely. You conjure up a pair of doves that just float away and you hold on to their feet as they just flap furiously. They don't look happy, but where are you heading? Are you heading to the same door as Lilith? Are you heading to a separate door?
Correct. The open door that Lilith already has. Quiet.
You head over to the open door. What are you doing there?
Is there any kind of platform around it, or are they suspended?
Suspended. The doors are like embedded in the wall in the center of the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they can't get through them yet, correct?
The doors? You can go through that. You just saw Roy disappear through one of the doors.
Oh, I thought you said he knocked one over and it was like gone forever.
No,
Okay,
he
never
went
mind.
through
Sorry,
the
that was
door
my
and then
brain.
the door
Okay.
disappeared.
Okay. Ooh, then it disappeared.
Mhm.
Okay. How close is the like door to the left or the right?
This room in total is about 20 feet wide by 20 feet wide by 20 feet tall. It's like a 25-foot
Okay.
cube.
So could I press it and go to a non-open door and just like try and get through the door?
You can get to one of the non-open doors.
Okay.
Are you just opening it? I guess it doesn't matter if you jangle it. You
Because
already
it's-
woke this thing up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's open. Okay, yeah. So she'll just go to the non-open door
Beauty.
to the left and try and get through it.
Okay. You open the door and you can pass through it normally. You don't have to. You hear the jangles and see the thing turn around and be like, "I am very scary. You should not be trying to wake me up and draw my attention." Pew 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 as little lights shoot. It says pew pew pew. That's
There's
I love
not
it.
enough doors for all of us.
There's one in the middle, isn't there?
There is.
There's one on the ceiling, then
Oh, I'm
around.
so sorry. You are right. There is one on the floor as well.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay, so
Okay,
enough for all of
okay.
us.
There is
Okay.
enough for all of you. I'm so sorry.
as part of the test, we'd have to buddy up.
I misspoke. Yeah, there are
Alright.
6 doors. There's one in the floor. It's 6 walls, 6 doors.
Good thing there's not 7 players.
Yeah. Then I would have had to create a like.
Then there's a 7th wall out of nowhere.
Well, we can also vote them off the island.
Hey, right?
Then the room would have been shaped
Um,
like a D8.
It would be a lot more of an interesting game if there was a chance that we could fail.
There is a chance we could fail.
There is a chance that you could fail. One of you is already at 5 wild. I'm just saying.
No, it could be worse. Depending on what I do next, it could be much worse.
Okay, so Trixie, you get through a door. It disappears behind you. Tim.
Well, it seems like all of you have no idea what you're doing. Clearly, you just need to do like the little finger guns here and go, I'm going to try to finger gun, but like also use Avatar style, a push of air to push me towards one of the doors.
So you're just like blasting air.
Yeah.
You're basically creating like little jets from your fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Okay,
All right,
give me
so-
that wild roll.
Roll for wild. That's a 2.
A 2 is good.
Okay.
You successfully push yourself to one of the doors. Just
I was gonna say, I don't know if I'm able to disguise it. Like I'm trying to shoot like little harm balls from my fingers, but if like that would be what I would be trying to do. So,
then, if that's how you're disguising it, give me a wizard roll as well.
okay.
Oh, if
That's a
little balls
1.
of fire are what you're going for, you could just do like little singes.
Yeah, I was just going for the, just trying to push my way across the room. Oh, you guys are all doing, you just need to get to a
Shooting little
door.
balls of energy.
Just look away from this thing. It doesn't pay no mind to this monster.
Add 1 to your wizard, please.
All right.
Said phasers to pew.
Yeah, you pew your way across. You get to the door. You opening it up and jumping through as well.
Oh yeah, I'm instantly I'm getting out of here.
Jump right through before the giant eyeball thing gets a chance to even turn around. This is not going as I expected. We go back to Lilith.
Lilith sees Levi kind of struggling in midair. Lets go of the handle and stuff, flaps over, extends a foot to Lilith, to Levi. And if Levi takes their foot, they'll kind of tow them.
Okay.
Toe them
I'm gonna
to a
grab
door.
on the foot.
Amazing. I'm gonna have you roll a wild for that, just to see if
Okay.
like you're still in your bat form, but you've been maintaining it for essentially 2 rounds. Yeah, give me
That's
a wild
fair.
roll.
Okay. That's a 4.
Okay, what's your wild?
And my wild is currently 3.
Okay, so this might fail. We'll have to see how this goes. Give me so roll again for the consequences. Give me another d6 and we'll see what happens.
That's a 1.
The spell peters out and doesn't do anything. So as you try and flap over, you pop back into your regular humanoid shape.
Damn it. I just kind of flap there for a minute.
What's their momentum? Do they have momentum?
You have enough momentum to get you like to Levi. So you and Levi are now floating back in the center of this room.
Oh, that's not good.
I have an idea.
Okay. I trust.
If we line ourselves up just in the right spot and then we push away from each other,
Okay.
we should be able to reach 2 doors at the same time.
I like what you're saying.
Let's
Okay.
try.
Yeah.
So you're just pushing off each other.
Yeah.
Levi, as the stronger of the pair, why don't you give me a wild roll?
I'm really hoping this
this.
doesn't go really badly, but
Oh no. Oh gosh.
Come on, someone mitigate. Someone mitigate. Come on.
Do you guys
I
have
did my
like
part
props
already.
or anything? What are your props? Are they? Can
my
they help
props
you?
are my pet rat and a belt full of pet treats. So
I've got a
yeah.
I've got a,
Like lasso
I've got a
the
fake
belt
beard and a
like-
pair of glasses.
Okay. You go to kick off each other, but being that you are in midair, it's hard for you to get your feet lined up right. Okay, give me a d6 to see what the consequences are. It might not be too bad.
I really need a 1 or a 2 right now.
Mhm.
Okay, we can do it. That's a 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing bad happens. You see that Eyeball Procky is way too busy blasting little beams of
All right.
light all around this room to notice you as you just try and kick off each other, but it doesn't work. Let's head to Dahlia.
So what I could have done and what I probably should have done the first time is I could have like screamed and then used like the force of the scream to push myself. But since that's not what I did, what I'm thinking is, so because it's momentum based, like, so if I was to just take my base and just kind of like, and then just go with the momentum of that, would that work?
You want to just swing your base?
Yeah.
I think I established earlier that someone was trying to swim and it didn't work. I think that using the base to do that without anything to push off would be basically the same thing.
Like so maybe if I like spin around a few times first so that I can like get a little bit more of like the centripetal force on it.
Okay, so you want to just spin around a little bit and then like try and throw yourself.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know what I would make you roll for that.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's not a wizard spell, and you're supposed to be using wizard spells. So just why don't you just give me a wild roll and we'll see what happens. No good.
I got a 6.
Okay. This might not be terrible. Roll again. See what happens.
Oh god. Another 6.
Okay. The spell fails dramatically. As you're spinning around, you realize that you are a little bit close to one of the walls and just clang your
Oh no.
your guitar against the wall, and you hear like a
Oh,
echo
no.
throughout the chamber.
My child.
You're definitely going to have to tune it. Add 1 to wild.
God.
And we're going to go to
My poor child.
Levi.
Probably damaged forever because of this.
It's possible.
Okay, I've got kind of a wild idea.
I love it. Those are the best kind.
I've got my little pet rat on my shoulder, right? I think I'm gonna try and like just like set him on the ground and hang on his tail and like have him like ramp towards the door so he can like drag me to the door that's like on the floor.
Okay, so you're going to use the rat and just
Yes.
grab his tail and have him pull you towards the door.
Yes.
I love it. Your rat is your
It is my prop.
costume, your prop.
Yes.
Okay. You are utilizing your wizard prop. You can either add 1 to wizard or remove 1 from wild.
I'm gonna remove 1 from wild for very, very obvious reasons.
Okay. And then I'm going to have you roll me a wild roll to see if you hold on to this thing's tail. Come on, you can do this. No?
Nope.
You need new
That's
dice.
These are the only 2d6 I own, so
Oh, no.
they're really they're doing me dirty right now.
Okay.
All right.
Roll, see what happens.
That's another 5.
Okay.
Oh no.
You go to put your rat down and hold on to his tail as the rat scurries towards the door. The spell fails dramatically. Okay.
Oh god.
I don't want to hurt your rat. I'm not going to hurt your rat.
Okay, thank you.
Your
Just
rat
make it quick and painless.
scurries away and your hand slips off of its tail
Okay.
and it just turns back and looks at you and gives you this look like
So
you doing?
that would bring me back to a 5, right? Wild, right?
That would
Like
be
took 1 and brought back 1.
lost 1 and went up 1. What were you at? Were you at 5 or were you at 6?
I was at 5, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm still very close.
Okay. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
Everything's
fine.
great.
Trixie, are you still in the room? You left.
I went through the door.
You left. Okay. Tim, are you still in the room? Or you
No,
left? You left.
I was just out instantly as soon as I could.
Okay. We're back up to Lilith, who is floating. You just watched Levi try and use his rat to scurry away, and just it did not work. What you doing, Lilith?
I guess I'll have to do the bat again. So I cast polymorph on myself. This time I just yell it really loud because why the fuck not? And bat, and then just fly up to a door.
Okay. Give me your wild roll.
Sure. Oh, did my wild go up last time from that? I rolled a 1 after the fail.
No.
So
So for a 1 or 2, it doesn't go up.
wonderful. Okay. Oh, that's a 5.
What's
Great.
your wild at?
It's a 3.
Okay. That's gonna fail. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, that's okay. Roll me a d6 to see what happens.
Just dice.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna not use that one. Okay. That's a 1.
Spell peters out and doesn't happen. You try and turn yourself into bass, yell, I cast polymorph. You hear Procky just, that's a great spell. It didn't seem to work. Disappointing.
Can I like
Seems to have hurt.
Can you
react real quick to that and then like turn myself into like a gas instead? Like just okay, the bat didn't work, and then phew, gas instead.
give me
Okay.
give me another wild. It's a new spell.
Oh no, that's a 5 again.
Of course it is.
Okay.
Oh
God.
no.
Is this gonna be the room
roll for
that gets us?
Who could be?
That's a
We
5.
all were foiled by a cube.
The spell fails dramatically. You try and turn
shit.
yourself into
Uh-oh.
mist, and instead you just feel like you feel parts of your body just float off as they just detach.
Oh no.
Your hand floats away. You try to turn them to mist, and then they snap back in.
Oh, okay.
Add 1 to wild.
Oh
That's
man.
fair.
Okay.
Guess I need to work on my
Weird.
my polymorph.
We seem to be struggling a little bit.
Dahlia, what's what's
Um,
your plan?
so I've run out of wild points to
You're at
spend.
6.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to come up with something a little bit more clever.
Okay.
I think because I thought of this earlier, like how much propulsion would I be able to get out of using like Singe?
Singe just turns your finger into a lighter, basically. So almost none. You might
Could try finger guns.
What about what about the frost nip? Like, is that a little bit more viable?
Sorry, say that again.
The frost nip?
Oh,
Frostnip,
it's a bit
yeah.
of cold air.
It's a beam of cold air. Frostnip you can use Frostnip to turn into a,
You've got guidance in
jets.
chat too.
and you've got guidance in chat,
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And lobster.
which I don't even know how it
Ooh.
would work. In
And
this, but
Lilith.
I'll make it work.
I don't know. Sneeze is
That's
doing
fine.
it. So
Thanks, Jess.
So yeah.
We'll work it. Well, I'll basically let you roll a d4 and subtract it from whatever you roll. Did you hear that?
yes, I did.
So in case you don't know, me and Isme Stars are married and she is in the other room.
Oh,
All right, let's
okay.
try this. Hopefully it
Dahlia,
doesn't become a disaster.
Give me a wizard roll. And you can use guidance to roll a d4 if you have it and subtract.
I
If you
don't
don't-
have a D4 on me, but I can go get one.
Okay. Ooh,
can't believe we've been defeated by this room. This is ridiculous.
It's only the second room.
It has a monster in it, but the monster doesn't do anything.
We're doing it to ourselves. Is really.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
The dice are doing it to us, to be fair.
You guys
there's
need to watch those dice after we play.
Oh, I'm going to buy new dice tomorrow. Like, there's no way.
Burn them.
Do a whole seance of just destroying them.
Oh yeah.
I'm just working my way through a pile of D6 going, nope, not that one anymore. Nope, not that one anymore.
Need no one.
My D6s are all very disloyal to me, so I don't trust any of them. But anyways, I got a 2 on that roll.
On the wizard roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So you managed to pew yourself some cold rays, making your way towards one of the doors. Go up one in wizard, please. As you get to the door.
Oh, bro.
Are you just opening and jumping on through?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then there were 2. All right. Levi,
Okay.
you and Lilith are floating in the room. You just saw her like body parts disassemble for a second and then snap back into existence, which is a little freaky.
I think I want to try to like create cast a shield and like launch it towards Lilith. So we like kind of the same thing that we did trying to push each other off, but like with a force shield.
Okay, so with the wizard spell.
Yes.
I like it. Go for it. Give me a wizard roll. I think you have guidance as well. So if you want to roll a d4 and subtract it, you can.
I will do that.
Do you have a d4?
No. I do.
Okay.
That's I rolled a 4 on my guidance, so that brings me to a 2 on my wizard.
Oh, you rolled another 6. Okay, that's okay. Stars has your back. It's all good.
Thank you. Okay.
So, you cast a force shield in front of you. It smashes into Lilith. It immediately shatters, but with enough force to send you both flying in opposite directions in the direction of 2 of the doors.
Okay. When I grab the door and I go through.
Okay. Lilith, I'm assuming you're doing the same. Okay. The rest of you have been hanging out in a pure white room. Just like, what's taking so long? You finally see Dahlia and then Levi and Lilith materialize in this room. And as they do,
I'm going to have to spend several moments just checking over my instrument to make sure it's not damaged.
Okay. As you do, you see that the walls of this room materialize, and you find yourself in essentially a Beauty and the Beast style library. Like it's walls up to like higher than you can reach, probably about 25, 30 feet high. The room itself is rectangular in shape, about 45 by 25 feet in it is a rectangle. There are bookshelves lining the walls with arcane tolls reaching about 25 feet into the air. There are, however, no ladders. There are 6 suits of armor in this room. The suits in each corner of the room have in their hands loaded crossbows, and the 2 in the middle of the room, in the middle of the long walls, stand opposite one another with a massive greatsword in their hands. On the spine of the books, as you look around, are letters of the alphabet. There is a single table in the center of the room with the phrase, "Knowledge is sufficient to open the path," on the table with a small shelf above these words. Shelf is currently empty. What would you like to do? We're going to roll.
I'm really glad that you all got to see this. My students are. I'm interested to see what you all think about this room. Certainly, yes, of course.
So you designed this one. You're telling us you designed it, right?
Oh, yeah. So I cannot have input, otherwise I'd influence, and but maybe for a certain price.
So you're telling me you can answer this riddle here?
Oh, well, as you would see, and then I go to my belt of pouches and just grab like a Werther's caramel out of it and just start to. Well, what you'd have to do is just. Well,
I'm sorry, what?
This is a library. You're not supposed to be eating or chewing. You're supposed to be quiet.
I'm
Remember
sorry.
this
Where were
happened
we?
last time where someone woke it up?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who had the answer? I believe someone. Trixie, you were saying something.
You really shouldn't chew with your mouth full, guy.
Yeah, we were looking at the riddle.
Oh yes,
Anybody
yes.
got
Care
any
to solve it
idea?
amongst yourselves? I of course will not have input on this because I know the answer. Of course.
Knowledge is enough to.
Just the riddle. Say again. Knowledge.
Knowledge is sufficient to open the path.
In the past.
Are we rolling
I mean-
initiative again? Or
Yes, let's roll initiative
Oh, okay.
for the order we're doing stuff in.
Cool.
Um,
Are these
Let's
cold
go.
play lyrics? Is that what they want? Is that what they're asking for?
Roy, you want to give me yours first?
I got an 11.
11. Dahlia,
12.
12. Levi,
11.
11. We'll deal with that in a second. Trixie,
At 6.
6. Tim,
You have low rolls, so I got a 4.
4. Okay, yeah, you don't want to solve this. You want them to solve it for you.
Apparently, that's what my dice decide.
Lilith,
7.
7. Okay, Roy and Levi, could you guys roll again just to see who gets higher?
I got a 6.
Got an 8.
Okay, so Levi will be first. Roy will be second. Okay. Dahlia, you are up first. I can read the riddle again if you'd like. It just says on the table, like almost carved into the table on the top of it, is written, knowledge is sufficient to open the path. And then the sides of this table are like built up with a little shelf over it.
So my intuition is that we're supposed to take some books from the shelves and use them to make a word on that little table. But I got no idea what that word could potentially be. Are there any clues around that would do we have like is that already enough information to solve it, or do we need any something? Okay.
We talk to each other?
Yeah,
Or-
for sure. Yeah, we can talk to each other.
Can I think Dahlia, her thing is that she's just going to like go along the bookshelf and just like start throwing books onto the floor.
Okay.
Her assumption is that like there might be like a secret door behind the shelf or something like that you have to like pull out a book in order to get to. So like that's what her first instinct would be.
Okay. Couple of things if you're doing that, totally fine. Just roll me a d6 quick to see whether or not you notice something.
Oh no. Okay, 6.
Okay. So as you go to the shelves and start trying to pull stuff out, I did mention that there is a letter on each book. You notice that each layer of shelf has a different letter. So the lowest layer has all of the books have an A on their spine. Second layer has B, C, D, and so on. So there's 26 books high is this room, basically.
Okay.
As you go and grab a book to pull it out of this bookshelf, you hear a twing coming from one of the suits of armors, and it just shoots the book that you were about to pull out. The bolt goes right through and pins it to the bookshelf.
What letter was that? Would that be?
You tell me what letter you grabbed.
D, of course, because that's my name.
Okay. D, yeah, it definitely would have gone through the D. So you tried to grab the D, and instead a crossbow bolt went right through it.
Well, I guess we know which one it isn't. Hmm.
Do you want me to move on to the next person?
Yeah.
Levi, you're up next. You guys can absolutely converse while this is happening if you'd like. Like if you have ideas or want to suggest something, feel free.
Okay, so knowledge is sufficient to reveal the path, right?
Yes. Knowledge is sufficient to open the path.
Open the path. Okay. I'm gonna. There's no ladders, right, to go up to.
No ladders.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab a jock that's still on my shoulders, and I'm gonna tell him to go up to K and push one of the books off to try and start spelling knowledge.
Okay. You go up to the. Okay. So you are going to be using your little familiar dude
Yes.
and make a wild roll for it.
All right.
Yeah.
I need another dice. This is a
my
6.
Oh my God.
Got to go with the virtual
Okay.
dice.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll pull up my app on my phone. I
Okay.
don't trust these dice.
So roll me a d6 and see what happens.
Yes.
He tries to scramble up. Maybe he makes it. We'll see.
That's another 5.
Oh boy.
Even the
Can
phone,
I
man.
redeem guidance, Dan?
You redeem guidance for them.
Can I?
Sure.
Can I? Yeah.
You can donate your guidance.
Okay.
Levi,
I want to
do you
do.
want?
Okay, I was like, I want to do a guidance.
Yeah, you want to roll
Hold on,
for
I'll
it?
do it in the chat.
All right. Come
I'll
on,
try.
D4. That's a 3. So a 2.
Okay.
We're good. I
You're
think.
good.
Yeah.
So I'll let you use it for your little rodent friend scrambles up the wall. He goes to grab one of the books and goes to grab the K and knock it off. The K starts to fall off and another crossbow bolt shoots into it.
Oh.
So, not D or K.
Well, that was my idea.
I do want to
Me
point
too.
something out. There's a D in knowledge. And Dahlia definitely grabbed a D.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like maybe if it had to go in order.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
that was my thought.
yeah.
Maybe,
Knowledge is sufficient.
I mean, we could just pull one at a time and just see which letters it has in it, but like we'd have probably a hard time getting at the ones up on top.
I have another idea, but I think it's kind of silly. What if we have to? My accent is all over the fucking place.
I love it.
Nah, you're
So
good.
good.
What if we have to? What if we have to take the letters, except the ones in that word? So, like
Could be worth a
essentially
try.
everything except those letters. I don't know.
You mean all the
Well-
letters in the whole riddle, or
We would have to know what the word is in order to know if that's the solution.
Try it, though.
I
I
mean-
mean, granted, we could also try spelling out sufficient
So,
because if knowledge is
Dan.
sufficient,
ooh,
Can I use?
Rod, you're next. So if you want to do
yeah.
something, go for it.
A lot of
Because
letters.
I'm a time traveler, I just kind of want to look into the future and see what the answer is.
Nice.
can we just break the game?
Definitely a way to
Can
use
I-
time travel.
Okay.
I mean,
And then we can always assist you to do this check each time.
I will allow it this time. You're rolling with disadvantage. That is a huge use of your powers.
I
So
understand.
and you will get a glimpse of the future.
I'm not asking for a lot. Need be. I'm
Go
just
ahead.
looking at my belt buckle, which is one of my props. So, nah.
Okay. Go ahead. D20. Sorry, 2d6. Lower one or higher one. Sorry.
The higher one. So
Yes.
4, and this is wild, right?
Yes.
I got 4 wild right now. So
Okay.
Oh my god. We broke the DM, I think.
There's still two.
Who?
There's
who
still
let
3
you-
more puzzles, right?
There are still 3 more puzzles. Who let you be a time traveler? Whose idea
You
was
did.
that? Okay.
You played yourself.
I did. Here's what happens. The rest of you see Roy briefly blip out of existence. Roy, you get a glimpse of the future as you kind of reappear in this room, look around, and you see that the 4 suits of armor in the corner, they don't have crossbows anymore. And there is a, hang on, 1, 2, 3. Hang on, sorry, I gotta count something.
no, you're good.
There are 9 books on the shelf above the table. You go to look at what is on them and reappear in your own time.
Okay. So with that, I pop back in and it's like, huh, that hit like a mule kick.
Okay.
Need knowledge. Please, 9.
So we want to kick down to the next one. I can reveal on my next turn in the initiative.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on to the next person. Trixie, Lilith, you are up next.
Ideas, anyone?
Well, I was going to say, did Roy let us know any of that info, or?
I assumed it was a bit quick for me to just say it right out the gate, so I'm waiting for others to jump in. 'cause
If
the time-
you are absolutely allowed to converse as you want. If you want to share the
Okay.
information, that's totally fine.
I mean, I think there's something to do with 9 involved because 9 books seem to be the key. I always like the number 9.
Books with the number 9 in the beginning of them.
No, just like 9 books, I think.
Certainly, of
So
course.
looking
I
for
would
nine-
suggest
this-
something with numbers. I wouldn't
9-letter
guess
word.
that, of course.
I think I have an idea of what the answer could be.
Mhm.
But I can't really do much at the moment.
How many letters are in the word sufficient?
10.
I mean,
there are 10.
10. Oh, that is a terrible guess. Why would you guess such a thing? Of course.
You sure talk a
Sounds-
lot, guy.
It makes sense that the 9 letters or the 9 refers to knowledge. But how do we get them if they keep shooting arrows at us?
I'm just gonna go grab a book A and see what happens.
You go and grab a book A. You have a book that has an A on the back of it or on the spine of it.
And no crossbow shooting yet.
No crossbow shooting.
Okay, I'm gonna go place it on the shelf.
You
And the
can't do
table.
knowledge then, because knowledge doesn't have an A in it.
You go and place it on the table. As you go to place it on the table, this suit of armor with the big sword just immediately whacks it off.
So attacks
Okay.
me or attacks the book?
Attacks the book. The
Okay.
book goes flying off. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we have to disarm the suits of armor.
Lilith, it's your turn. So something
How
you'd
do
like
you
to
recommend we do that exactly?
Sure.
There's
I would-
6 suits of armor in total, right, Dan? And 3 separate
would
ones
like-
have shot something.
Yes. 2 have shot
Uh,
something. 1
And then
has
this sword.
a sword.
Have the ones that shot, have they reloaded?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
I'm going to take out my fake beard, which is
Okay.
a kind of a gray, curly material, a little bit like cotton wool-ish.
Okay.
And I'm gonna very loudly say, I cast Spider Climb, and then I'm actually going to cast Transmogrify to turn my fake beard. I'm going to stretch it out so that it ends up looking like a spider web. And in doing that, I'm going to use a wire, like a vampire thing of like being able to scuttle up the wall to kind of scuttle up above one of the suits of armor and try and snatch the crossbow out of its hands.
Amazing. Okay. So you're using your prop. So if you'd like, you can either add a point to wizard or remove one from wild.
Take one out. Take one off wild.
Okay. And you're using the wizard spell Transmogrify?
Yes.
I
To
mean,
cover up my own
hot-
wild ability.
Okay.
To scuttle.
So you're gonna have to make 2 rolls. So give me a wild roll to see if you can scramble up the wall.
Oh, that's a 6.
Okay. Roll again to see what happens.
Okay. That's a 1.
Okay. You try and climb up the wall, but what? I'm being yelled at. Oh, you have guidance. You have guidance for your wild roll. Jess is just throwing
Wonderful.
guidance at all of us. So you can roll a d4 and subtract it.
Come on, D4. Okay, that's a subtracting of 4, so that's on a 2 now, which
Beautiful.
is sufficient.
So that works.
Sure.
Okay.
Phew.
I sneeze stars for the rescue. Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. So you start scrambling up the wall. Give me your wizard roll to see if you manage to transmogrify your beard.
That's a 2. So yeah, that
Beautiful.
is below.
Okay. Add 1 to your wizard. Not to your wild. Your wild stays where it is because you successfully hit it.
Perfect.
Awesome. So you, just so I'm understanding this correctly, you scramble up the wall, pretending that this beard is a spider web, and then you are going to basically shoink the crossbow out of the arms of the. Okay.
Basically.
Because you are doing this from above, the statue doesn't even expect you to do this. He's thinking you're climbing the wall to get a book. You pull the crossbow out from this thing's arms, and the second you remove it, the armor just crumbles into a pile of just disassociated pieces of armor on the floor.
Okay. Strategy, I guess. There we go.
Well done. That is your turn. We're going to go to Tim.
Oh yes, you solved the riddle clearly. So I will do the same with this one.
I love how full of shit he is.
I'm just like just completely going over to another one and just lifting, trying to walk over to one with a crossbow and trying to lift up the bolt, just normally.
You're just gonna pull the crossbow out of this guy's arms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you want me to try to do like some sort of spell to do it instead?
I'll tell you this. So you go and you try and pull this thing out of its hands, and it's holding on like it's glued there. You get the impression that the reason it worked for Lilith is that it wasn't expecting her to do this because she used magic.
Oh, well, you see, that's there's a trick mechanism. The beard worked; it helped. Anyone else have an idea, though?
No, I'm waiting to see how you handle this, Professor. You are so wise.
You are
You
a
seem
very
to just
smart.
have all the answers, don't you?
Yes, I have every single answer. And I pull out my encyclopedia out of my book, or out of my. I have a massive tome out of my backpack. I pull this out. Yeah, see, all of the answers are within here. And as I have it in my hand, I'm going to go and like reach for a book that's like right within the like one of the bookshelves, and then just try to quickly snatch it out of the or wait, you know what? I want to use a spell. I'm gonna use a spell to try to do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do. Let's just try to do a so in Avatar, you can do metal bending technically with Earth. So I'm going to try to do a metal bending where it just try to crumple the suit of armor, hopefully.
Amazing.
And we're going to see if that works.
I love it. Give me a wild roll.
All right.
And I also have something in my pocket to react in case it doesn't quite work for him.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 4. I have a 4. Does that succeed or fail?
Meets it, beats it. You're good.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So
See, like I said, I have all of the answers. And bolted hands, or I mean, not bolted hand, but crumpled armor. Clearly, that's all you have to do. Come on.
So you pull out your book. You, I guess, pretend to cast a spell, and it just
Yeah, exactly.
crumples. Amazing. I love it. So it crumbles to. It basically turns into a ball, and the crossbow clatters to the floor.
And
2
does
down.
my wild go up because of that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. I need to re-roll that because I just realized somebody did cause chaos in chat. Let me re-roll. It still goes. Yeah, it still goes up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's your turn. We are back up to Dahlia.
Okay. So we're just dismantling the armors now, and we're just abandoning the books altogether. Is that what we're doing?
For right now.
Yes.
I guess. What? How potent would the acid be when you conjure it? Like, what extent?
Yeah, let's see. It says you produce a small stream of weak acid, put it over some baking soda for a winning science fair project. It's vinegar. You can make vinegar.
Okay, so not enough to. Okay.
I was going to try and slime them. So, I mean, you could give it a shot.
Make it slippery.
Yeah.
Vinegar would still make it slippery.
What I'm thinking of doing is possibly maybe doing like a simple illusion, and just like making it creating maybe an illusion of myself so as to like trick the statue into thinking I'm somewhere I'm not, and then I can just push it over or something.
So you want to you can be slightly like simple illusion makes something look like something else a little bit kind of. So you can make you look like you are in a slightly different position.
So just like kind of displaced. I guess would it
Yeah.
be enough to be disorienting for the creature to work?
If you roll well enough.
I guess I'll try it.
Okay. Give me your wizard roll. Hello, Max.
All right, yeah, 4. It's good.
Is that your wizard? Okay. Yeah, you managed to kind of make yourself a little bit hazy, and you go to grab this thing, and it's not expecting it at all, and it goes to shoot at you, and it goes flying through where it thought you were, and in that moment, you manage to snatch it out of its hands. Your wizard goes up by 1, so your wizard should now be 5. Okay. And the second you grab it out of its hands, the armor crumples into a pile of pieces of armor.
All right, there's only 1 left, so
Levi.
Can take it out.
Levi,
Yes.
what's your plan?
I think I'm gonna try and cast a shield and grab like the letter E, so that
You
when the crossbow
inspiration in
comes.
chat as well.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Just to remind you.
So I'm gonna cast a shield and like use the shield to like grab one of the letters.
Okay, very cool. And you're grabbing
I'm gonna grab an E.
grabbing an E. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead. Give me a wizard roll.
Can I use my guidance? I'm rolling really high.
You just need to order dice from like the opposite side
Okay,
of the
that
world.
works.
Like that's what it is.
So I rolled a 5 and my guidance was 2, so that brings me to a 3.
Okay. So you absolutely are able to cast the shield. Please put your wizard stat up by 1. You go to grab the E, and the second you pull it off the shelf, a crossbow bolt comes flying to where the E was, and it smacks into your shield, which shatters, but the crossbow bolt falls to the ground.
I'm gonna put the E on the shelf.
Okay. On the shelf where the table was.
Yes.
There is an E on the shelf. Awesome. It's one book down. Side note, the guys with the hammer don't do anything to the E.
Okay.
The guys with the greatsword, rather.
It did when we put the A on there, right?
It
Yeah.
did when you put
Yeah.
the A
Okay.
on there. Yeah.
Huh.
Roy, you're up.
How high up is the U or
How high-
the O?
How
Oh,
high up is the O?
yeah.
The O is what? The 15th letter of the alphabet?
But like
Something like that.
halfway, 15 feet.
It's about halfway. It's about so the entire room is about 26 feet high. So it's about 15 feet up.
Okay. Let's see. With my ridiculously sized belt with a belt buckle, I'm just gonna try to sling it up and try to scale my way up there.
Okay. You're climbing up the wall.
Easy.
Give me a wild roll.
All right.
Couldn't you just like H the shelf so that they brought away and then all the books
Six.
fall down?
6 is not very good. Let's see what happens. Roll again to see the consequences.
3.
Okay, the spell works, but with negative side effects. So add 1 to your wild, and you manage to scale. So you hook this book up, this belt up, and you scale up to where the O is. You manage to get to where the O is.
Yep.
You
But
see,
the belt is also one of my props. So does that balance anything?
you can either add 1 point to wizard or remove 1 point from wild.
Then can I remove the one from wild I just took retroactively?
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you
absolutely.
kindly.
Okay, so you make it up there. You, as you're doing this, you accidentally pull. I'm trying to think what's nearby.
P
to the
would be
N.
one, N
would
would
be
be
one.
the other.
Yeah, you probably pull the N. You accidentally go and pull the N, and the crossbow shoots and pins the N, and immediately
Tarnation.
reloads and targets you. You're up at the O.
Mhm.
What's your plan? This thing is pointing directly at you now,
Well, I'm gonna grab it and see what happens.
right through the O.
Okay.
There's only one crossbow guy left, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you are clinging to the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it is knowledge after all.
Your turn. Lilith.
Because it worked for me before, I'm going to try to attempt to maintain my essentially spider climb for another round.
Okay.
And try and do the same thing with the crossbow guy.
Okay, because you're just holding the same spell that you did last time. I'm going to make you roll again, but you can do it with advantage. So roll 2d6, take whichever one is the better result for you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. That's the lower number, isn't it? That's a
Yes.
3.
Okay. What's your wild?
Which is good. My wild
Good.
is 3.
Okay, beautiful. Are you doing the same thing you did last time to try and disguise it? Where you use your beard to...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so give me a wizard roll as well.
Okay.
To transmogrify your beard.
4. That's a 1.
All good. Your wizard goes up by 1 to 5. Okay, it definitely looks like you're just casting spider climb and scuttling around the walls. You reach down from behind this last crossbowman and yank it up as it collapses into a pile. There are now 4 former crossbow-wielding armor suits that are in piles on the floors. Anything else you're doing on your turn? Or that's your goal?
Anything else I was going to do is probably be a bit big, so
Okay, so next
I'll
turn.
leave it there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Trixie.
So all of the crossbows, they're gone. It's just
Yes.
the two with the swords, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do both of the ones with the swords, did they hit the book, and is it still in the book, like on the table, or did they go back to their position?
They hit the A and then went back to their position. And then when I think it was an E that was put there,
Yes.
Yeah, it was neat.
Mhm.
they did not respond.
Okay. Let's see. How high are the bookshelves? Like, how tall are they? Like, could my familiar
About-
jump?
How high?
26 feet.
They're about a foot high each. So each shelf is about a foot.
Right. Would you say that my familiar could possibly make it to? Well, we tried with D, didn't we? And it wonked out. But we got the crossbows. Do you think my familiar could make it, like, if she walked over to the bookshelf and let it like jump off her shoulder? Could her familiar jump up to D? So only 4.
4 feet high.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna try and do that. What would you like me to roll for that?
I mean,
Technically wild?
It's not
yeah,
very high.
it's not very high. You could,
It's
if you want your familiar to grab it, then yeah, roll wild.
Okay, I was like, I need to roll something for it.
If your familiar's
Hey, that's a 1.
okay. Your
Nice.
familiar, absolutely. Who's your familiar? Is it the little bunny?
It's a little bunny. It's a little,
Okay.
just like a little white bunny.
So you head over. Little bunny hops off of your shoulder onto the shelf beside one of the books that says D. And what's he doing?
It's gonna like pull it out and try and drop it at her.
It nudges the book and
Okay.
it clatters to the floor. And then your bunny hops back onto your shoulder.
Okay, cool. She's gonna go over and pick it up.
Okay.
Okay.
You pick up the book.
And then she's gonna go over to the table and what's the letter that's on there now? An E?
yes.
Okay. She's gonna put it after the E. Like,
Okay. Like to the right of the E.
yeah, to the right of the E.
Okay.
Let's see if
You-
it-
You put it on the shelf. The suits of armor do not react.
And what letter was that?
There's
Just to be
an
sure.
there's an E and a D
Okay.
side by side.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I could see it.
Mhm. So we got an E.
Tim,
Okay.
we're gonna move to you.
And yeah.
Paria, Trixie, did you have something else? You're freezing. I guess not.
Oh, no. We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
We're good.
The camera is just frozen out the side. So-
Yeah, your camera's frozen. It's frozen in a grin, if it makes you feel any better. Tim.
It doesn't.
Well, it seems like you all understand now. We had to do the bolts, and then now we get the books. Of course, that's why would I suggest sufficient as being a word, but when it's clearly knowledge, of course. So, I'm going to try to go ahead and like jump and climb. By the way, I'm sorry if you could hear the people yelling outside. It's a bunch of kids playing. No one's dying. I swear, no one's dying. I promise. I'm gonna. Would I be able to kind of like use the bookshelf like as a ladder to try to climb up? And let's go for the lowest letter, which would be a W. Actually, no, I wouldn't have to climb for a W. I could probably just grab a W, right?
W would
That's
be
like-
the highest one. It's A is the
Oh,
lowest.
it's A's at the bottom.
That
Oh
is the
gosh.
highest. Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm going for another E.
E is 5 feet up. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to climb anything. It's only 5 feet up. You could just grab it.
Okay. Yeah, I just try to grab and be like, oh, since you all are so clever, you figured this out. I'm proud of you. And then I put it right on the table at the very end, furthest to the right.
So after the D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The Suits of armor with the swords do not react. Let's go to Dahlia.
Okay. So the G, I think, is probably the next highest.
Yeah.
That would be so a little bit out of my height range.
7 feet.
7 feet. But I guess I could still probably clamber up there. It's not that tall.
How tall is Dahlia?
I'd
tell
say
me.
she's probably like 5'5".
Okay.
average
Then,
height.
yeah, 7 feet might be a little bit even stretching. You
Yeah.
have to do something to get up there. So how's she getting up there?
I'm just gonna. It's only a 2-foot distance. I'm just gonna jump. I'm
Okay.
just gonna jump up there, and then if I have to, I'd use the slow fall to fall back down.
Okay. It's 2 feet. Sure. We'll let you still slow file. That way you're still casting a spell. It's a wizard trial after all. Give me a wizard roll.
2.
Spell works as you intended. So you hop up, grab the spell, and then slowly drift to the ground. Add 1 to your wizard, please.
All right, all the way up to 6.
Ooh, you cannot cast a wizard spell until you succeed on a wild roll now.
That's a problem.
What's your wild at?
I'm at 6 right now, so
Oh boy,
I'm struggling a little bit.
that's
Oh.
dangerous. Okay. Okay.
You clearly were studying your books. You understand these wizard spells so well. I'm proud of you.
Yes, I do know how to read. Thank you.
What are you doing with the G?
I would put it. I'd put it where it goes, I guess. Like,
Between the
we've
D
all
and the
figured
G.
it out at this point.
Yeah. You definitely have. The only trick now is basically getting the K, N, O, and W, which are all a little out of range.
Not for me.
Just jumping. Not for Roy, who is still clinging to the walls. And it is your turn, Roy. You are clinging to the bookshelf, hovering, like hanging on.
Yeah,
at the
with my
O's.
belt, all that. So I'm just gonna take another O with a free hand, just kind of chuck it backwards behind me.
Okay.
It'll be at least within striking distance, and N is also within reach.
Yeah.
So
they're like,
I'll interact there as well.
okay. So you just toss them onto the floor.
4.
All right. And that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right, Lilith. There is an N and a W on the floor.
Oh,
And in an O.
An N and an O. Sorry, you need a K and a W still, as far as you know.
I'm gonna go. So at this point, the furthest up we've got up the bookcase is Roy, who's gotten up.
oh,
So, okay. What I would like to do is,
you could still just spider climb up there.
Or I could
Yeah.
just swing down and grab, the K as I go.
I'm not sure whether to just go for the books that are on the ground or leave that to people who can't do certain spells anymore, and like go for the W. Somehow we got to get the W.
Yeah, I'd say if you definitely have a way to get up there, like bat form or something like that, depending
You're
on
probably
your
our
numbers.
best bet.
Sure. Okay. I'm going to drop spider climb in this case, because my wizard's getting a little high, and I disguise that with the beard. Oh, actually, no, I will do that. I'm going to continue to use the beard, which is my prop, to do the spider climb to get hopefully all the way out to the W.
Okay.
What do I got to roll?
Give me a wild roll first. You can do it with advantage because you're just maintaining the spell.
Sure. That's a 2, so that's fine.
Okay.
Um,
All good. And then you're transmogrifying your beard to make it look like spider webs. So wizard roll.
and because I'm using my beard, can I take a wizard point off?
Yes. No, it's either taking one.
Afterwards?
No. So the way your props work, it either adds 1 point to wizard or removes 1 point from wild. So
I
you
see.
can reduce your wild if you want, or add to your wizard.
I'll reduce my wild.
Okay.
Okay. And this is the wizard roll is a 4, which is below my 5 wizard.
Okay. So you're good. It changes to look like spider webs as you clamber your way up to the. You're clambering up to the W. Add 1 to your wizard, and you get up to the W.
And I'll go back down to the ground with the W.
Okay. Pull it off. Head back down. Are you doing anything with the W?
Do I have enough time in my turn to put it on the what letters have we got so far? We've got
E,
on
D,
the
G,
shelf.
and E.
In that case, I'm going to put it with a little gap, but then to the left of everything so far.
Beautiful. Absolutely. The swords don't respond because you guys have figured out the code. And we move on to the next person. That's going to be Trixie.
So we just have K left, correct?
K and L.
K and L.
I mean, L is close to N and W. I'm going to say Roy could have tossed out L too, if you wanted to, Roy.
Sure.
Yeah. So L, N, and O are on the floor. K is still on the bookshelf.
That's the only one we still need.
Yes.
Let's see.
If you want to throw your familiar onto me, I could probably scramble that way.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Where are you on the bookshelf?
I'm still around O, so literally just
Okay.
a little bit below me. So I'm kind of like a target you could just shoot at.
Okay. Could I cast like levitate on my familiar, Dan, and like lift it?
You're not actually levitate that you used earlier.
True.
Yeah, you can do a wild roll to try and levitate your familiar, or make it look like it's levitating.
What shape is your familiar in, or what kind of thing is it?
I'm sorry. What?
Like what?
It's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit. Oh, okay. So it can't really, not the best at climbing.
Yeah, I mean, it jumped up to it was D, but I was like, that might be pushing it. I could try and get it to jump again. Would you prefer me to do like a levitate and see?
Try and do levitate, and we'll go from there. Do a wild roll. See if you can get this thing to levitate.
I was like, I need to cast something. So
It'll jump as you make it look like it's levitating.
Yeah. So that's what I'll go ahead and do. Okay, that was a 3 on the die.
Okay, what's your wild?
My wild is at a 4.
Okay, so you're good. And how are you trying to disguise this spell?
That's a great question. She'll go to cast it, and she'll make it seem like she's casting. I don't know, something that makes it float, not minor illusion. I'm blanking.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. She'll say that, but probably not those words because it's probably trademarked.
Applicadabra.
Yeah. She'll be like, and for my next trick, we'll make my bunny here float up. And she'll try and cast levitate, and she'll go abracadabra. And as she casts it, she'll fling some glitter too for some flair.
Amazing.
And it'll float up.
Okay, with the glitter and the flare, he does not notice. You're good. Okay, you don't have to add to your wild. Your bunny gets up to the K and just kicks it off. Just Yeah.
Neat. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
is Trixie's turn.
Yeah.
Tim. There are a bunch of books on the floor.
All right, we're gonna need a montage here. We're all we're just
If you
scrounging up
want,
the
we can.
books.
Yeah, we can say you guys. You get back down, scramble up the books. You figured out the password at this point,
Yeah, exactly.
and yeah, you spell out knowledge on the bookshelf. Once you do, you see that the shelf collapses onto the desk, and the whole thing slides into the floor. And then in the space where it was, there's a burst of light, and there is a glittering white door standing in that
Hey.
spot.
So I am really proud of every single one of you. The second room, I was a little bit worried, but now, of course, you're very smart.
You didn't have to make the door so ostentatious, you know.
Ah,
Well, no time to waste, I guess. And I'll go through the door.
Okay.
Oh,
You'll,
yeah.
everybody's heading through the door, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
yeah, going right through the door.
When the last
So,
when the last person passes through the door, the white light of the room that you're in dissipates, and you find yourself in a very large warehouse filled with 5 by 5 foot crates scattered around this room. On the opposite end of the warehouse from where you are standing, with your backs to the wall, there is a large double door that, as far as you can see, is the only entrance or exit to this warehouse. The moment you enter the warehouse, there is a loud crack of noise as fire erupts from each of the 4 corners of this square warehouse. A 15-foot long burning beam falls in front of the door. How do you react?
this place looks like my uncle's basement. Um,
Let's roll initiative first, just so we can do this in a slightly organized way. Dahlia, why don't you give me yours first?
8.
8. Levi.
4.
4. Roy.
5.
5. Lilith.
7.
7. Trixie.
5.
5. Tim.
11.
11. Okay. Roy and Trixie, can you guys roll again?
I got 9 for that one.
6.
Okay, so Roy, you'll be first. All right. Tim, you are up first.
All right, so just to kind of go over, so it's a room, and then you said there was 5 boxes or
There are-
crates, or
There are, hang on, sorry. There are a half dozen, so there are 6 5 by 5 foot crates scattered around the room.
and that's pretty much the only thing that's in the room, other than the fire spewing things in the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, clearly the fire is bad. Dahlia, I don't know what your uncle basement have to do with this, but it's a really weird basement. You should probably talk to him about that. But
I'd like to not do that, actually.
oh, he doesn't speak common. That's fine. That's fine. Well, in this case, what we can do is boxes, fire. Just do these
Is
boxes
this a
look?
lecture?
Well, I mean, would they catch fire if we put the boxes in front of the fire, and then we could just walk through the door? Would that be an issue?
They are wooden boxes. There is a 15-foot long burning beam in front of the door.
Second thought, probably a bad idea.
I'm glad you were able to figure that out. Wood is in fact flammable. Good one, Professor.
What if we do this? What if we make a staircase? So 3, 2, 1, that's 6. And go up high. I don't know what we do at the top of these stairs, but we can do it. I'm sure that we can.
We could also like smash the crates and like see if there's something inside.
You see, I like what he's thinking. That at least sounds like a reasonable course of action.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, yeah, without thinking, I'm just going to try to smash one of the crates.
Okay. You walk up to a crate and you smash it. Roll me a d6, please.
All
You
right.
don't have to don't compare it to anything. Just tell me what number you get.
It's a 6.
Goddamn. Okay. You roll a d6. So you roll a d6 words. You smash one of the crates, and inside, clambering to the ground as you smash this crate open, is a gold key about yay big. Just clink to the ground.
Clearly you knew the answer all along, smashing the crates, of course. Yes, the key. What do we do with this key? And then I'll go on to someone else's turn.
Okay. Dahlia, you're up next.
I would reckon a key probably goes into a lock somewhere. So perhaps maybe we should go find it. But I guess we might as well break open all of the other crates as well to see what something else shakes loose. But the question is, how am I gonna do that without being a total disaster?
Are you still 6'6" on yours, or?
Yes, I am.
Oh, gosh.
I'm
Boy.
maxed
So
out
you
on
need to
both categories.
succeed on a wild before you can do wizard again.
Yeah. And then he needs to succeed on a wizard to make his wild go down.
Are we able, like, when we assist, does it take the pressure off from him and puts it onto us, or?
Yeah, kinda.
Yes. So if he fails on a wild and you use your like reaction, so to speak, to distract it, you would get the point to your wild and he wouldn't.
Okay. Well, Dahlia, I mean, I just smashed this box. I can certainly help you with this other one if you need assistance. But I mean, come on, you got this.
Do we have any guidance going? at the moment?
So I already almost broke my guitar once today. So if I was to take my bass and just like take it by the neck and just like try and break open the crate that way, would that help? Is that a strong enough tool to use?
You would definitely be able to break it open.
But you deafened yourself just as you were talking.
And you're muted.
I'm sorry. Weird. I didn't even click. Okay, sorry. Yes, you would definitely be able to break open a crate with your guitar. Would I make you roll a wild for it? I mean, it's just smashing your guitar.
I'm not going to be happy about it, but you know, like I broke
Your
out
pride
the-
and joy.
Yeah, no, you can just smash a crate with your guitar if you want. It's totally fine. So you go smash a crate with your guitar. Roll me a d6 to see what you find, and then I'm going to make you roll me a d6 to see what condition your guitar is in after this.
Ooh.
So like
Guitar.
since I'm using my tool, my prop, can I like take that
Minus-
advantage?
You can -1 to your wild or add 1 to your wizard if you'd like.
Yeah, because I really need to.
I'm assuming you want a -1 to your wild.
Yeah, that's the goal here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I got a 2 on the check.
Okay. So you smash open one of these crates, and inside the crate, with a 2, 1, 2, and 3, nothing. There's nothing inside this particular crate.
I'm just gonna cradle my bass. And
Roll a d6 to see how bad the damage is. You want to get low.
Sorry.
You want to get low. High is bad.
Goodness, I got a 3,
Okay.
which I guess is sensible considering what I've done to it so far.
Yeah. It's not falling apart. It's, it's still in a base shaped. One of the strings has definitely snapped,
Oh.
but I mean, it's salvageable.
Is it?
It'll never be the same.
It'll never be the same.
But that's an opportunity to buy a new one, to upgrade.
Ooh.
Oof.
How dare you, sir?
All right, we're going to move on to Lilith, or is there something else you wanted to do?
I got that's probably all I got.
Okay. Lilith, you're up.
I'm going to use my mist form to go through, like, in between the slats of another crate and see what I can find inside the crate.
Love it. Wild. Give me a wild roll. Yeah.
That's a 4. My wild is 3.
Okay. Roll again to see what happens.
1.
Okay. You try to turn into a mist form. The spell doesn't do anything. You try, and you can't seem to do it. You can't focus or concentrate. It's not happening.
Okay. I'm just going to kick the crate in frustration.
Okay. Roll me a d6 to see if you smash the crate just by kicking it.
Okay.
Might be able to hear it rattle inside too.
That's
Oh,
true.
true.
5 or a 6, you smash the crate.
That's a 5. So yeah.
Okay. You just you try and turn into mist, and it doesn't work. You just angrily kick the crate, and it smashes into pieces. Inside this crate, this is roll me a d6, please, to see which crate you got. Reroll if
It's
it's
a
a 2
2?
or a 6. Reroll.
Oh,
'Cause you already
reroll?
got 2. Yeah. If it's a 2 or a 6, reroll.
1.
One is another nothing crate. You smash the crate open, there's nothing inside. All right.
Cool.
That is your turn, Roy.
So this beam, is it like a fiery magical beam, or is it just a beam of wood that's on fire?
As far as you can tell, it looks like a beam that's on fire.
I'm gonna go over to it, kind of take off my jacket, which is one of my props. I'm gonna try to use it to just smother the flames. But I'm gonna
Okay.
use my time travel ability, just take it to where it wasn't on fire.
Okay. So you can use your prop to either add 1 to wizard or subtract 1 from wild.
I'm gonna subtract 1 for wild for the potential mishap.
Okay. And then give me a roll to see if you can do this.
On 1, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. You go to do this. The wood beam, it doesn't even look like you put out the fire so much as you reassemble it. It looks like a fully intact wood beam now laying in front of the door. You manage to put it out. As you do, you see how do I describe this now? You see a tiny spark leap off of the wood that you just unburned, and it lands in front of the door and grows into a humanoid shape, a female humanoid shape, and just says, "Now that wood was one of my finest pieces of creation. I was going to eat that and devour it, and frankly, it was going to be delicious. Why'd you have to go and put it out?"
No. See here, this isn't me putting it out. Just have your snack a little bit later. We're just trying to pass through so we can all, live and live.
Can't let you pass. The wizards pay me to make sure that you don't pass.
And with that, I
unless-
step around and go over the beam.
Okay. You go to the door? Just
Yeah, I go to
avoiding
the
this-
door. I'm in position. Like
Okay.
if someone wants to check me the key to open.
Okay. We'll move on to the next person. Trixie, you're up. There is fire in the corner of the rooms. The beam of fire has successfully been put out. There is an angry looking, sassy fire elemental woman standing in front of the door.
How big is the fire elemental? Like a whole human or just like a tiny little?
She looks, she's not quite a whole human. Roy managed to take most of her food source away. So she looks like she's about 2 feet tall.
Okay. Like a cold burst of air could blow her out. Maybe.
Potentially.
Potentially. Okay, so and we've gone through 3 out of 6 of the boxes, correct?
Yes.
It's just, is it 1 door or 2 doors?
It's like a double door, if that makes sense.
All right, well, we would only need to unlock one of them anyway. Trixie will go over to where the little fire elemental is and cast Frost Nip at it to shoot the beam of cold air to see if it like blows it out.
Go for it. Give me a wizard roll as it's telling off Roy.
Now we've just assaulted this poor flame spray.
It's okay, I'm about to make it worse. It's fine. I got a 6.
Okay. So it definitely doesn't go out. Roll a d6 to see how bad it is.
Okay, cool. That's fine. That's a 2.
Okay. A 2. The spell is a dud. Nothing happens. Could be worse. Okay. At least, it didn't get bigger. Or...
It potentially didn't notice you, okay? It's still mad at me.
Yeah, still yell. It doesn't even notice you. It's just... And another thing. You expect me to just let you walk past and you don't ignore me, sir.
I'm asking nicely. I mean, you tell me where I'm being rude. I mean...
I have to do my job, and my job is to not let you
Yes,
pass.
I understand that, but you didn't tell me you were employed here. This is just, I just see you eating, so my apologies, but at this moment, I'm just going to keep hamming this up to distract, so
100%.
next person can go.
Levi, you're up.
All right. Seeing that his plan worked and we found something in the crate, Levi is just beaming and so happy and just laughing like a little kid. And he's gonna run up to one of the crate and just like jump and like WWE style crash the crate and open it.
Massive elbow drop.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead, give me a wild roll.
I rolled a 6.
How?
I was so confident. I was so confident. I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna fudge this." Like, I just gotta roll a 5 or but no.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll a d6. See what happens.
Granted, these dice would be great
Would
in
that even
any other
really-
game.
Right? Imagine
Any
playing a rogue.
Any other game, it would be perfect.
Rogue,
but
yeah.
no.
It would be amazing. But no.
Like, would that even
Um,
really need to be?
I don't know if we
a
can see it
check?
on the camera, but that's
Another
another
six?
6.
It's another 6. Actually, you somehow rolled a 9. That's what it was.
My
Oh, the rest of us were able to break open the crates, and we're not anywhere near as strong as them. So, like, do they really need to use their power to do this?
Well, WWE style is
He did it
considered one of
WWE
my
style.
one of my powers. So
Okay. With a 6,
I
Hang
heard
on.
Jess yell something.
I'm
She
being
yelled
yelled at.
Yeah.
She gave you guidance. You can
Guidance.
Roll a d4 and subtract it
Okay.
from your consequences roll.
Good though.
okay,
It's just a whole lot of struggle for the strong guy.
come on, a 4 maybe a 4.
You rolled a 4 on the d4.
No, I rolled a 3.
Lobster, why can't we have nice things?
I'm sorry.
We're all gonna
Oh
fail
my
because
god.
Okay.
freaking goofball
Uh,
over here.
So 3, 6 minus 3 is 3. Let's see what happens. The spell works, but with a negative side effect, and you need to add 1 to your wild. So
Yes.
your wild goes up to, I think, 6 now.
Yes.
Oh boy. But you do manage to smash your way through.
Mhm.
The downside is that inside this oh my God.
Are we
Hang
gonna
on.
roll for
I need
what's
to-
inside the
please roll,
crate?
please roll me a d4 to see what's inside this crate. There are a couple of
D4?
options.
Alright.
Not a
D6.
monster. Don't say it's a monster.
Only a mimic.
Re-roll if
Break
it's
it
a
open
1,
and there's
a
thoracic
2,
inside.
or a 6.
Okay, so it's a 6. I'm gonna re-roll.
Yeah.
So 1. I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
A 2.
We have a 2 already.
Oh fuck.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go through every. Oh, okay, that's a 3.
That's a 3. Okay. The 3 box, of course it does. Here's what happens.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. You elbow through this box, it shatters, and you feel your elbow clang on something metal.
Oh.
And
Oh
you
my
look down. You just broke the fire extinguisher that was in this box as you elbowed through it.
Of all the times you
Of
rolled
course I
low
did.
numbers,
Of course
open.
I did.
Dented or broke open? Which is it?
He broke the nozzle and like squished it shut.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
It
so this
might
is still
work-
in your court. You could still tear it open on it. Okay, that
In
you're still
theory.
muscle wizard.
That's true. You are strong enough to just rip
Yeah.
open the thing.
All right.
Always
all
a
right.
possibility.
Fire
Noted.
extinguishers are single use only, anyways.
All right, Levi, that's your turn.
Oh my
Tim,
gosh.
we're back to you.
Now, I feel like we all have the right ideas. It's just the correct box isn't chosen. But Roy, this is this key. I think you would need this one while
Yeah,
you're
you
over
could
there.
just over here, quit, just come on, get more angry.
I will slide it across the floor, sir.
It could get in the way. Just chuck it. Come on.
All right. I'm gonna try to like bowl it right to him.
Okay.
And then while I'm doing that though, I'm going to try to as well disguise it with, because you were saying there's still other like flames in between, or no?
There's
so-
flames in the corner that are like moving their way towards the center where you guys are.
Yeah, so Avatar style, I'm gonna try to use like flame to just push the key all the way to him to like
Okay.
try to mask it. So
Rocket boot the flames.
yeah, well, we'll see if that works.
Go
Do you want me to
ahead.
roll for wild on this one then?
Yes. Yeah, roll wild.
Oh, it's a 2.
Okay, that works. So you successfully rocket boot the key over to Roy. Roy, yeah, we'll get to you in your turn in a second. Is that your turn, Tim?
Yeah, does my wild go up for that? or-
Let me check. You were disguising it. Let me roll his perception here. That's a 18 on his perception. Yeah, your wild
Ugh.
goes up.
Well, wild is at 6 now.
Okay,
So,
it's fine. It's fine.
Roy, you have this. You are next to the door. You just do as you wish.
Dahlia, it's your turn.
I'm gonna see if I can maybe do a service to Roy and go and get the sprite to leave him alone. I'm just gonna kind of go over there and engage them in a little bit of I'm gonna go over kind of like a fangirl almost. I'm gonna be like, wow, you're so cool. Like, how do you?
I
tell-
am not
show
cool.
me
I
how
am
you do
hot,
what you
if
do.
anything.
Okay, poor choice of words.
But you're very charming. Go ahead and tell me how amazing I am.
And I'm just going to I'm gonna just improvise a song about this girl, this lady on the spot.
Okay, go ahead and give me a wild roll.
Oh,
You're a bard. This sounds like bard magic to me.
it is, yeah, that's what I'm going for. I need to pass a wild roll so I can use my wizard stuff again.
Gotcha.
You got this.
Goodness. All right, yeah, I rolled a 5 and my thing is 5, so just barely
Beautiful.
passed it.
You
All
passed.
right.
Your wizard goes down to 2, and you successfully charm this little fire sprite who's just like, oh, you're so kind. I
Stop
do
it.
love hearing how amazing I am. Go, tell me more. Your song is so good. I love it.
The song is called "You're So Hot." It's written by me,
Damn.
Dahlia and Claire.
Oh, I've never had a song named about me, but this is amazing. It is completely distracted. Lilith, it's your turn.
Lilith is going to try to use her mist form again, but mist being like water particles in the air. She's going to attempt to snuff out the fire elemental by like just surrounding with mist like a cloud. If that makes
Amazing.
sense.
Yeah.
No,
you're
we're,
trying-
now we're killing her now. Is that what this is?
Apparently
took
that's
away
not-
Silent but deadly.
Listen, Lilith is vampire. I'm sure this isn't the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, true. Okay,
ahead.
wild roll.
Wild roll.
Wild roll was a 1, so
Beautiful.
actually succeeded at something.
Actually succeeded on something. Are you doing anything to disguise you turning into a misty form of water?
I'm not, because my wizard is at 6, so this
Okay.
Can I
hopefully
do
will help me
something to
reset.
distract?
Absolutely. Tell me what you're doing.
I'm just gonna go enchant kiss, magic kiss, blammo.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
Wizard.
All right.
I mean, I kind of already have the distraction
That's a two.
down.
You're good. Your wizard goes up by 1, and it is sufficiently distracted. Yeah, so tell me what this looks like as you horribly kill this fire elemental. As it's just like,
So-
tell me why else I'm hot. Tell me how amazing I am.
Okay, so while the fire elemental is kind of facing the other direction, Lilith in like normal form is going to start creeping like this in a really obvious, and then she's going to realize, oh shit, mist form, and you'll just see like the form turn into a cloud that then goes and like engulfs the little fire
Whereas
elemental.
Roy's just flailing and saying shit.
Love it. So you just engulf this little fire sprite and snuff it out. What's going on? Oh, and it's gone.
Just hear this airy, I'm sorry.
Yes, and don't come back.
Amazing. Okay. Fire sprite is gone, and with the fire sprite gone, you see that the fire in the corner of these rooms starts to recede. Roy, what you doing?
I pick up the key. I put it in the lock that I supposedly see.
Yep, there is absolutely a
And
lock on that door.
I can open the door.
You open the door.
Okay.
There is darkness beyond, as you are used to at this point.
And if we pass, it'll only have costed us 1 homicide.
Way's clear. And I dip out.
All right. You guys, I'm assuming everybody's heading through the door?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Routine at this point.
Absolutely. You all head through the door. As you do, you hear a voice echoing in that white chamber just say, don't worry. The creatures that you are faced in this challenge are not actually harmed by the actions that you take. The fire elemental will be fine. Don't feel bad.
Well, now
Just kill it. All right. You're in that white room, and it coalesces into a cavern. You are standing on a pedestal in the center of a cavern with 3 branches heading off in 3 different directions of this main central cave. Basically, one, imagine a triangle, like an equilateral triangle. One's directly north of you, one's southeast, one's southwest. Barring the walls on one of the tunnels branching off is a wall of vines. Barring the way of the next tunnel, so the tunnel to the north, there is a wall of vines in front of it. The tunnel to the south east, there is a large spider web. The tunnel to the southwest, there is a single skeleton pacing back and forth in front of the entrance. Each tunnel is about 20 feet away from this little dais that you found yourselves on. What would you like to do? Let's do initiative first.
The tunnel like a dirt tunnel, or is it like a room that we're in? Or
You're in a cave.
okay.
Yeah, so you're in a cave, and think of it as a tunnel in the cave.
7?
Tim. Sorry, let me do it in order, otherwise it
Sorry.
messes me up. It's okay. Tim.
I got an 8.
8. Dahlia.
7.
7. Lilith.
3.
3. Roy.
7.
7. Trixie.
7.
Okay.
Another set of 7.
Levi. We have
10.
sorry?
10.
Okay. All right, so I need Dahlia, Roy, and Trixie to all roll again, please.
Mm-hmm.
Dahlia. So okay,
Sorry.
Trixie got a 5.
Sorry.
Okay, Trixie got a 5. Dahlia got
10.
10. And Roy?
6.
6. Okay, so Roy, then Trixie. Okay. Awesome. Let's go. Levi, you are up first.
All right. So there's 3 tunnels, right?
3 tunnels.
Okay. I'm gonna approach the one with the vines.
Okay, that's
And
the
I'm-
one directly to the north.
Yeah.
As you start to approach that tunnel, as you step off of the pedestal that you are on, you walk, the tunnel's about 20 feet away. You walk 5 feet towards it, and find yourself getting shorter. As you walk 5 feet, you shrink about a foot. So I don't know how tall Levi was to begin with, but he's now a foot shorter.
Okay, it was probably like 6 foot-ish, something
Okay.
like that.
So he's now 5 feet tall.
Okay.
You have the opportunity to stop after 5 feet. If you want to keep going, you can. Your call.
I think I'm just gonna stop. The vines, are they like really, really like tight vines, or could like a rat go through?
The wall of the vine is tightly connected. There are 2 to 3 inch gaps between them. A rat could fit through.
Okay, I'm
Be a
gonna
little squeeze.
send Jacques and like see if he can like see what's like beyond the tunnel.
Okay. You stop where you are. You send. Yeah, that's the way this room works. You send your rat through. Your rat walks 5 feet and gets shorter and shorter and shorter until your rat is about this big. He gets to the vines. He's able to make his way through. He's now a tiny little tiny boy. He's able to get through no problem. No problem. These gaps are now like, 5 to 6 times the size of his body. And then he comes back to you, now a short little tiny rat, and whispers to you that there is a door there, as far as he can tell, a normal sized door. But of course, to him, it's massive.
Okay, I'm gonna set back my little rat on my shoulder.
Yeah, you have a extremely tiny rat on your
It's
shoulder.
it's a particle on my shoulder.
He stays tiny then.
I assume so, yeah.
Yeah, he stays tiny.
Okay.
That's your turn. You staying where you are?
Yep.
Okay, we'll move on to the next person, Tim.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Since it's my prop, would that bring back?
You
okay.
can either add one to wizard or subtract one from wild.
I'm gonna subtract one from wild.
Beautiful.
So I'm back down
That
to
was
5.
that was the north tunnel, right?
That was the
Yes.
north tunnel. Yeah. Tim.
I do think that you may have figured out part of this puzzle where we can walk forward, get smaller, come back, stay the same size, walk forward, get even smaller, potentially just all walk through. But if there's a massive door, I don't know how that's going to help us. I want to talk to my coworker over here on this this as I point over to the skeleton.
Okay.
And I want to kind of walk over to him. Do I get shorter or does anything happen?
Skeleton's about 20 feet away. You walk 5 feet, you get a foot shorter. If you keep going, you're going to get a foot shorter for each 5 feet that you walk.
Oh, Dennis, you're much taller than I remembered.
Are you going all the way up to him?
I'm gonna go about like 10 feet.
Okay.
Like so like halfway. I swear he looked a lot shorter last time I knew him, but anyone else have any ideas? Because we seem to just get shorter the farther away we are from the dais.
I am Leighton, not Dennis. I am a skeleton. Hello.
Oh, my apologies. You look exactly like my friend Dennis. Leighton, what do we do again to get out of here? I'm Professor Tim Dillery. I'm just looking after them.
Find the door, open the door.
The door behind the vines. Just go there.
Yep.
Do you mind helping us? My bones don't work as well as they used to.
Nope, have to guard the key. And he just keeps pacing back and forth.
There's a key this way.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Have to guard the key.
Oh, Dennis, Leighton, you're fine. All right, that's gonna, I guess, end me right there.
Dahlia.
I'm starting to think maybe he doesn't know what he's doing.
Nonsense. He knows what he's doing.
Well, obviously he knows what he's doing because like he just talked to that guy and he gave us the answer. So like he's got to know what he's doing, I mean.
So okay, so to clarify, approaching the door with the vines causes you to shrink, but like where
Leaving this area causes us to shrink, it seems.
He went,
So, okay.
Tim went to the southwest door where the skeleton was, and he shrank too. He shrank 2 feet for walking 10 feet.
So what if I move towards one of the exits, but like by walking backwards?
Interesting. Where are you heading?
I'm gonna maybe approach one of the doors that hasn't already been moved towards. So the
So you're
other
gonna-
one, the south.
The spiderweb tunnel?
Yeah.
You want to walk backwards.
I'm just trying something. I don't know. I got nothing. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Very cool. In the interest of fairness, I'm going to check exactly how I worded it when I made this room. Each tunnel is about 20 feet away, but for every 5 feet you move, I didn't say I didn't say walk. So you move 5 feet towards that tunnel and shrink a foot.
Okay, so it seems that you are correct. Would we have to we have to get the key from the bone man? So can I just keep talking to him and see if maybe he'll slip a few more clues?
Okay. What do you want to say to the bone man? Or are you trying to use your
flattery
bardic?
worked pretty well last time, so maybe I'll try that again.
They're going to try and use your bardic wiles.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me a wild roll.
1.
Okay. So you go to the skeleton and you start talking to it. Yes, I do guard this very well. Thank you. It is very nice of you to compliment me on that. Not supposed to give you hints. Will say that being small will be very helpful to get past the vines. And shouldn't say this, but there might be something behind the spider webs that will assist you to pass through the door, so to speak, once you reach it.
Okay.
You will, of course, need the key, and I am guarding the key.
You are doing a pretty good job.
Thank you. I am very proud of my work. I'm Leighton. I'm a skeleton.
Yep, that's your name.
Is that your turn?
I guess so.
Add 1 to wild, by the way.
Yep. Back to 6.
Roy.
Now, how else do you use time travel to mess with your puzzles?
I'm sure you'll figure something out.
That'd be easy. But we don't have enough information, so I'm going to head towards the spider tunnel.
Okay, how far towards that tunnel are you getting?
As far as I can until I'm able to discern something.
Okay, you walk 20 feet towards the tunnel, getting a foot shorter each.
So I'm about 3'8", yeah.
So yeah, you're about 3'8" now. You were 6'8"? No.
No, I was 5 and 1 foot for each, so.
So if you're walking 20 feet, 1 foot for every 5 feet, you're shrinking 4 feet. So you are now 1 foot 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just take that. I'll take that in stride.
You're a tiny boy. You get to the spider room or spider tunnel. You see that the spider web, while it is reasonably thick, it's still just spider web. And given your current size, you're pretty sure that you can just, push through it.
Okay. And I'll just continue to do so then.
Okay, so you're just walking through the spider web?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you did the smart thing and went straight for the spider web. If you were smaller than your current size, anything smaller than 1.5 feet, you would have gotten caught on the spider web. Okay, you push on through the spider web. You do continue to shrink as you pass through it, but you are still big enough to at least knock it down. You notice that there is a spider in the corner that scurries away when you knock off its web. Fortunately, it scurries away before you get small enough to be considered prey. Behind the spiderweb door, into the spiderweb tunnel, excuse me, about 10 feet in, you see on a container about a foot high, or on a pedestal about a foot high, excuse me, is a little dropper, basically, with a, sorry, not a dropper, a little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Vial.
Vial, that's the word. Thank you. Sorry, my brain is
No,
fried.
you're good. You're running a game.
Is a little vial of a purple potion. Given your current size, getting up this 1 foot might be a little bit of a challenge, given that with the remaining 10 foot that you've walked, you're probably about 6 inches now. You do notice that you've stopped shrinking at about 6 inches. But you need to get onto this pedestal at some point and get this vial, which is to you about this big.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go to the next turn as you contemplate how
sound
you're going
good.
to do that. Trixie.
And when we send like a familiar, they shrink as well, right?
Yes.
So like, are we there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you were
So
freezing.
sending a rabbit down that hole probably to know you're okay. Is it good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, sorry. Let's see. To do something. My wild. Okay. Trixie is going to. There's a door behind the vines, but we need that bottle.
Well, there's still a third door that we know nothing about.
Third tunnel. There are 3 tunnels.
Oh.
There's 3 tunnels. One has vines. The vines, behind the vines is the door. The spider web has been knocked down. That's where the vial is. And then there's the one where Leighton is pacing back and forth that he let slip. There's a key behind.
Okay, but nobody's gone behind that one.
Nobody's gone behind Leighton.
Yeah, because we've only talked to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Leighton being sufficiently distracted?
What are you planning on doing? He's definitely having a conversation. He is being complimented by Dahlia, who's very good at laying on the compliments, and Leighton is appreciating it. Yes, my bones are very white and bleached. Thank you. I take very good care
I
of them.
bet he drinks
Cool.
milk.
Calcium is important, especially when you are entirely
amazing.
made of bones.
Amazing. Can she try and like get around Leighton? I guess maybe in the form. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. She's gonna go over to Leighton, and she's gonna be kind of towards the left of Leighton, and she's gonna go, wow, those are some really nice bones. You want to see something pretty cool?
What a friendly group of wizards. Normally they just try and kill me or dispel me or shatter me into a million pieces. You're much nicer. Yes. Please tell me what you...
Well, that's completely awful. How about I show you a little bit of a trick? And she's gonna pull out like pocket glitter, literally, and she's gonna try and toss it like really far over to distract him to watch it.
Okay.
And then see if that works. See if he'll like watch the glitter go across like the side of the tunnel.
Okay. Go ahead, give me... This sounds like stage magicianry.
Yeah, exactly.
You're using your props, so you can subtract one from your wild or add one to your wizard, and then go ahead and give me a wild roll.
That's gonna be a 1.
Okay. You successfully, he turns like, ooh, sparkly.
Ooh, sparkly. Yeah.
I like sparkles.
And as soon as his skeleton head goes that way, she's gonna like try and sneak behind him.
Okay, you are. How tall was Trixie when we started this?
I don't
Estimate
know, 5 something.
5 something. Okay, you're now
Five
1 something. So a very tiny Trixie
All right.
scurries behind Leighton, and lying on the floor about 10 feet into his tunnel, you see a small a 3-inch long metal key. You are probably about 6 inches tall at this point. This key is about the size of your body. You can pick it up, but it's like,
small. Can I try?
Go ahead, give me a roll d6. Roll d6. You want to get
Okay. That's a 6.
you hunker down and you're like,
Oh.
6 is good. You're good. What's up?
Okay.
You hunker down, you like
Huh?
2 arms pick up this key. It's the size of your torso, but you're able to carry it.
Like,
I think we're
okay,
going to go on to the
she's gonna
next
try
person.
and- Yeah, scoot back out with it.
In a second, we'll deal with that. You're still behind
Okay.
Leighton. we're
Yeah.
gonna wait. Lilith, what are you doing? You see that Trixie has gotten the key from behind Leighton, as he is distracted a little bit by Dahlia and Tim. What's your plan?
Okay. I'm just going to look around first and see where Procky is in this room, where they are looking at us from.
Go ahead and give me a d6 roll. Let's see how good your perception is, so to speak.
That's a 1. Is that bad?
You don't see him. You look around the room, and the other rooms you've been able to see like a glowing light or something from somewhere. Can't figure out where he is.
Did
Okay.
he kill the robot too?
Well, he spoke to you in between rooms, so.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I want to try something. I don't know if it's enough of a vampire skill that you'll let me get away with it. But
Okay.
what I would like to try is to transmute myself to have a long sticky tongue that I could then flick out and grab the I think the potion bottle's probably the more, and like grab it back to me without actually moving off the pedestal.
Yeah, okay. I will allow it. Vampire bats have a very long and flexible tongue. I will allow it. That's cool.
But is it like
Cool.
30
Thank you.
feet long though?
I mean, through the magic of time, I thought I saw it hit that, vial right there real quick. So
I'll allow it. Go ahead. Give me a wild roll.
Okay. That's a 5, so that's not good. That's a
Okay.
fail.
Roll again to see what happens.
Yep. That's a 4.
The spell works, but with a negative side effect. So add 1 to your
Okay.
wild, and it. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I'm still within range.
Okay, what are you doing to assist her?
So what I'm doing to assist, because she's knocking it with the tongue, right? And
She's
so-
planning on knocking. What are you trying to do exactly? Are you trying to like completely grab it and pull it back?
Yeah, so that's what I
Okay.
was aiming to do, is to like
Okay.
rely on either tongue stickiness if it's tongue, or just like kind of wrap around.
Okay. The spell does work, which means your tongue does get long enough to hit it, with a negative side effect. And I'm going to say the negative side effect is that the bottle, it doesn't stick, you just knock it down. Roy, you are there. If you would like to do something to try and catch this thing, there is a bottle that is falling to the ground with a potion in it that
I
you
would.
probably need.
I
Which
would
one?
like to.
You're
I'm
also,
gonna
like,
just
putting tongue through a
use my
spider web.
Yeah, that's one thing that's nearby, but not gonna necessarily help me catch Sticky. So just gonna use my jacket to kind of mimic what I've seen Lilith do with her cloak. Go teleporticus, and that's a 2 on the wild.
Okay, you're trying to teleport?
Kind of. I'm trying to step through time to where I'm gonna catch it, because I know I'm gonna catch it, because I've
Okay.
seen my future.
So you're trying to move to a future where you have already caught it.
Yes.
Okay. And that's a 2
I'm
on
in
your
the best.
wild?
We should all just be timed. Like that's the only thing we need.
Yeah, seriously.
You just like reverse it so that she never knocked it over.
But then I'm not going to catch it and be able to move it back to us. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because I still was going to struggle with trying to grab it in the first place.
No, absolutely. So you move forward in time to where you already caught it. And the rest of you see Roy just flicker for a second and then appear standing there just with a bottle in his hand.
This is Bill and Ted logic. I'm being mean.
I grew up on Bill and Ted. I'm totally okay with Bill and Ted logic.
Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
You've got
No,
it.
you're good.
That worked out, honestly.
Yeah, it did work out quite well. Okay.
Yeah.
That is Lilith's turn. We are back at the top of the order with Levi.
So I'm at the north tunnel.
You're at the north tunnel. You sent your rat through
Yeah.
the vines. Yeah.
Honestly, I think I'm just gonna wait for the others to get to me.
Okay.
I'm
you
not
just-
gonna move because I don't want to shrink anymore. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna be like, what's happening?
My muscle mass.
I'm small now. Oh no.
Oh,
Like look at my tiny little rat in my hand. It's okay, Jack. It's okay.
Tim.
I think that rat deserves a treat.
Oh yeah. Well, I would, but like the tree is bigger than him at this point. So like
Yeah,
Don't
I'll
Or
just set it
tree.
next to him and be like, it's okay.
Starts just nibbling on it. Treats are one of your props, right?
Yes.
Do you want to subtract one from your wild for using your treat?
I think
Why
I'll
not?
add one to my wizard.
Go for it.
I'm wild like that.
Love it. Okay, so your
Oh,
rat
no.
is
It's
just
usually
like
get smaller when we. Sorry.
That rat's best day.
Tim.
Is the
got
rat going to
treats.
keep getting smaller if we have to go back through?
We'll
Be
see.
non-existent.
Because it's
Technically, the rat's not gonna move because it's gonna be on me. So
That's true.
I'm hoping.
hey.
We'll
I
see.
hope that's how it works.
Tim, what you doing?
I'm gonna still because we still need to get the key out of here. So I'm gonna play up the glitter distraction and be like, hey, Trixie! Oh god, you glitter in my eye! God, jeez! And I want to use Wizard to do transmogrify to make it seem like my eye is bleeding from the glitter that was thrown into my eye. Oh, Leighton, Dennis Leighton, I'm sorry. I need help. Can you water, please?
Amazing. Okay, go ahead. Give me a wizard roll.
All right.
Good.
I rolled a 6 and I needed a 4.
Okay. So roll again to see what happens.
That's a 5.
Okay, the spell fails dramatically. Add one to your wild.
Jess is giving a guidance in
Just
chat.
gave you a guidance.
She's
all
we're
right.
gonna. Yep, there it is.
Oh my god.
There it
Oh.
is.
Go ahead. Give me the. You can.
All right.
add
So
the-
D4, right?
Yeah. Subtract that from your wizard roll.
Let me pull out my mimic chest of dice. Oh, you can't really see it, but
There it is.
Oh, there it
Love
Well,
is.
kind of.
Love it.
all right,
That's
here.
cool.
That's cool. Where'd you get that from?
Oh, that's a 1.
Okay, so 1 subtracted from your 6 becomes
It's
a 5.
still a
Still
5.
a 5.
Oh no.
Still a fail.
no.
Okay, so roll your consequences.
So my
Do
wild is
anything.
already at a 6, so this is potentially pushing me over a 6 then,
Oh
Right.
no.
Was that a 6?
Oh shit.
because it's at a 6 right now. So potentially,
Potentially, yes. If you did you roll? You didn't roll your wizard yet, right?
well, no, my wizard was reduced
sorry,
to
you're-
a 5.
You didn't roll
Which
your
is still a
consequences
fail.
yet. Is what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If
Since
you
since I'm there, can I absorb that consequence somehow? Like,
you want to cover for him,
yeah, like
how are you covering for him?
Are you still a 6
Um,
though too, or did you get yours lowered?
There's another guidance
Yeah.
in chat.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you at a
back to
6-2?
6 now too.
Okay. So Tim, roll your consequences. You have a guidance, so you can subtract the D4.
Okay,
from
guidance on the
whatever
consequences. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Basically, you want to get a total of a 1 or a 2.
all right, here we go.
This could be
Okay.
it, buddy.
I rolled a 3,
Okay.
but with guidance, that at least gets us to a 2, right?
That gets
So,
you to a 2.
so technically,
Yeah.
we're winning.
Yeah.
And that's a 3 on the guidance. So
okay. So you
okay.
get back down to spell is a dud. Nothing happens.
I didn't explode.
You didn't explode. Procky didn't catch you and have to execute you, which is a consequence that could happen. But you're good.
Thank you all for giving guidance in chat.
Thanks to the
Thank you.
chat,
Thank you.
geez.
Yes, thank you.
Who
We want to
I do
play
want to
this
point
game.
out, she literally walked back in through the door like a minute ago. So it was like perfect timing. If the line had been longer at the store.
Oh god.
Amazing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So with that one, with the 2, it just didn't. It fizzled
Yeah,
out, right?
The spell didn't work. So you cover up your face. You're like, but I'm bleeding. There's no blood. There is no blood there. Not that I would know. I'm not exactly an expert on blood because I am a skeleton.
Oh, Dennis, Leighton, Leighton. It
The
just
late
sorry,
Dennis.
it hurt. It hurt a lot more than I thought.
Oh, I
Um,
see. Well, I hope you are fine. Dahlia, what would you like to do?
How do we clear our wild stuff again?
You have to succeed on a wizard roll.
Okay.
You're because you're at 6 wild, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
if you
I
succeed on
am.
a wizard roll, it goes back down to 2.
How much for like how far out is crap, what's her name? Trixie.
Trixie is about 10 feet behind Leighton. So about 15 feet behind you, give or take.
Okay.
So like this big.
And she's like this big. You're like,
It's gonna
2
be
feet tall.
probably a little bit of a time before you can jog the distance. Can I just continue? Can I just like keep Leighton's attention just using like a simple illusion and just do a magic trick for him, I guess, or something?
okay. Are you doing a wizard? Like, are you trying to use one of the
Yeah.
wizard spells?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're using a simple illusion to make something look like something. Tell me what you're doing. What does this look like?
So I'm gonna can I use it to make something small, just like turn invisible, maybe?
Okay, I'll allow
Okay.
it. Who are you trying to?
So,
What are you trying to turn invisible?
Because I have my I've got my shades that I could just, I don't know, do like a sleight of hand trick on and make them disappear.
Okay. Go ahead, give me a wizard roll.
As long as, since we're all tricking this skeleton, or trying to, I guess. I got a 2.
A 2 should do it.
Yeah.
Is that lower? I'm assuming that's lower than your wizard stat.
Mhm.
Okay. Beautiful. You successfully cast a wizard spell, make the glasses appear like they're not there. If you squint a little bit. And fortunately, Leighton doesn't have eyes, so his vision is not very good.
Yeah.
You can drop your wild down to 2, which I'm sure feels really good. And Leighton is distracted.
All right.
That's your turn. We are at Roy. You just caught a bottle.
Yeah, and I'm head back to the desk.
Okay, you head back to the dais with the bottle.
Mhm.
Trixie.
Where am I with the key? How far have I gotten? Since I'm tiny.
You're tiny, but with your distraction, if you wanted to use your turn to run back to the dais, you could.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
you
what I'm
can you
gonna
can
do.
get past
Yeah,
Leighton while he's distracted.
okay, that's what
Okay.
I'm gonna do.
You meet back up with Roy. He's got this big vial that he's carrying. You've got this big key that you're carrying.
Hey, I think we're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing very good. It's just, these things are basically the size of your body. Lilith, what are you up to?
I'm just gonna first of all say to the two tiny people that have just arrived, my problem. If you have to go through that door, are you going to get even shorter?
I don't think so. There was kind of a stopping point at mine, but then your tongue kind of knocked it, so we didn't test the waters too much. But let's just head towards the vines because that seems to be the way out.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll just take off
Good night.
towards the vines.
Yeah, we might need to drink the potion too.
Okay, it's up
I
to you if you want to
mean-
drink the potion or head towards the vines.
Before we do
Um,
that, then who wants the drink first? Like, do you want it just in case?
I think you should wait on the drink because, like, it might, if it just makes you bigger, like I'm suspecting it does, like, that would just reset you, and then you might not be big, or you might not be small enough to fit through the cracks on the other side once you get to the vines again.
Yeah. If it just like makes us go bigger, like we're drinking now and just walk still, we're gonna like keep shrinking. So like I'd say we wait.
Yeah.
Would you like me to carry some of the stuff while I can't do the accent. Do you want me to carry some shit towards the door?
Yeah, I think it's
While
wise
I'm a
if
little
you
bit
carry
bigger.
this because I'm
Once
not
you-
gonna be able to carry it much longer, probably.
Yeah, like once you get over there, like one of us who are still pretty big can just
It's just
take it off your hand.
Yeah,
So
Oh,
take.
what would happen if I carry the people who are also carrying the things? Like
you were to
because
pick up the people. You can try it. So do you want to try it?
I'm going to ask the two of them. Should we try this? Or
I
should I
mean,
just carry
it's
the
worth
It
a
is
things?
what it
shot.
is. So
Yeah, it's worth a shot. It's not going to hurt anything.
You pick up the two people. As you walk 5 feet towards the vine door, they stay about 6 inches tall. You start to shrink because you're the one moving.
I'm going to carry them as far as I can,
Okay.
while staying, like I'm going to
Yeah.
carry them as far as I can, and then I guess put them down once I can't carry them anymore.
You haven't moved off the dais yet, correct?
no.
So you are still about 5 or 6 feet tall. Yeah, you can make it basically the whole way there to the vines. You're about between 1 and 2 foot tall when you get there, and they are about 6 inches, 100%.
Oh,
Okay, so the three of you are by the vines. I'm going to move on to Levi and figure out what the rest of everybody's doing before we deal with you guys at the vines. Levi.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them because I stopped like 5 feet away from the platform, and I'm just gonna follow them. And
Okay. You follow them. You do shrink as well. You are between 1 and 2 foot tall when you get to the vines.
I'm small now.
Oh, don't worry. You still got the biggest muscles out of all of us.
Thank you. Wipes a tear.
Oh my god, I love Levi. He's great. Dahlia,
Yes.
what you up to?
So we got the bottle, we got the key. We just got to get to the door. So I suppose I shall be joining them at the vines.
How are you getting there?
I'm gonna see if I can take like the longest route possible so that when I get there, I will be as small as I can possibly be. So that ideally I would be small enough that I would be able to be on par with the other miniature people. Or
Okay.
at least near.
So you are at this moment about 2 feet tall. If you take the longest route possible, you're looking at becoming about 1 inch tall. Maybe less. if you wanted to do that. You definitely could do that. You're looking at like, that'll be you.
Well, so I how broad are the gaps between the vines again?
2 to 3 inches.
So okay, so that would be good for us then. That's what we want.
Okay. Yeah.
Might as well.
You become very, very tiny as you make your way over to the vines.
It only takes about 6 years to make it all the way across, but
It takes you a while. Let's go to. Sorry, Tim, I skipped you. I apologize.
Oh, that's fine.
It's your turn.
I was going to say, Dahlia, where would you like to go? Oh, yeah, you're walking around. That's a grand idea. Let me entertain you, and I will tell you stories about my other students that have passed these exams too. Yeah, try not to hurt your eyes while you're at it. Oh no, that was just to distract Leighton. Didn't you understand? I'm such a good actor. Yeah. Okay.
You're walking. So you're walking with him?
Yeah, walking just directly behind him. Like, just keep on talking. Like,
goodbye, friends. I will stay here and guard the key.
Oh, Dennis, I will see you later.
It's still Leighton.
Oh, Leighton.
Does he notice that the key is missing? He's a great guard.
He is a terrible
for effort.
You know what? Just genuinely a nice guy.
Perception.
Just he's so nice.
He's got no eyes, okay? His perception is incredible.
It's like we didn't even need to distract him. We could have just like went in there. Like he wouldn't have known.
Okay, you all, we're going to kind of like exit initiative for a moment. You all meet up at the vine gate, various sizes. Some of you are between a foot or 2. Some of you are like yay big. What are you planning on doing, guys?
Well, for those of us that are small enough to slip through, I mean, we can just go through. It wouldn't really be a problem.
So you and Tim can just keep walking right on through the vines, like climb over some to get through, but you can definitely make it to the other side.
We get smaller, like in the vines. Like, are we going to shrink some more?
They do not shrink as they pass through the vines.
Oh, okay, cool.
Lilith is going to walk about a foot backwards and then a foot forwards again, just to see if that shrinks her enough to get through the thing.
Yep, it shrinks you enough to get you through the vines. You have to put your friends down.
Yeah.
Because you were still carrying them. Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you are now 6 feet 6 inches tall, give or take. Small enough to like wiggle your way through the vines if you needed to. Is that what everybody's planning on doing?
Wait, I just realized who's gonna carry the key in the bottle?
Together.
Yeah. We got enough people here. We can,
divide it up, just carry it on through.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Levi might be able to carry one on his own, but the rest of you probably not.
Levi's gonna do the same, but like very, very sadly. Like, okay, I guess I'll do it.
It's okay. We're almost through.
You'll be big again. There.
Okay. You make it through the vines. Behind the wall of vines is a normal person-sized door. Far, far too big for you to use right now. There is a keyhole on the door and a like twisting knob. What's the plan?
So
Levi,
that
you
potion,
wanna try the
right?
potion?
Yes, I would like to, please. I drink a little bit of the potion, but like not all of it.
I mean, the potion is now the size of your body, so it's definitely enough for all of you.
We could swim in the potion.
Yeah, you take a sip of the potion and immediately start to grow. You become your normal wolf size.
You guys, I'm big again.
Yep, there you
Oh,
go.
Levi, you've always been massive.
I'm also gonna put a little bit on my finger so that my rat can drink, because he's still tiny in my hand, you know.
He licks up some of the potion, like stops licking the food that you had for him, licks some of the potion, turns back into regular rat size, goes back to the food.
I'm back. Oh, I'll put it back on my shoulder.
Yeah, Trixie will drink some of the potion too.
Okay. You down some potion. You get nice and big. I'm assuming everybody's drinking the potion.
Yeah, taking a handful.
There's enough for enough room for all of us. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. You all drink some of the potion. You pop back into your normal size.
Sweet.
Well, who's holding the key?
You were
I
last.
think that was you.
What? Oh, I'm still okay. I'm still holding it.
It's in
I've
your
already
hand.
Picked up. Yeah. Okay.
Do you not remember?
Sorry, I thought for a second I passed it off, but it's fine. It's fine. So Trixie will go ahead and go to unlock the door now that they're normal sized.
Okay. You unlock the door. There is a shadow in front of you. As I'm assuming everybody's passing through the door.
For sure.
Okay. You all pass through the door and enter that room of light. Door closes behind the last person as the room of light shimmers and coalesces back to the waiting room where you started your adventures. You are standing around a table that has 6 pieces of paper on it and a glowing light hovering in the center. The glowing light begins to speak. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the Ministry for the Distribution of Arcane Magical Permits Wizard Certification Exam. Please find on the table in front of you your Wizarding Certification Magical Permits. With these, you will be able to take any wizarding job available to you. Please do not lose them, as if you do, you will need to complete the tasks again from the beginning. I am glad none of you died. It is very messy.
Wait, we got through 6 puzzles already?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait,
I'm so proud of
confused.
every one of you.
There should only be 5 here because the professor, he already did this, right?
Oh, it's a formality, really. It's they put this here so they make me feel special too. Of course.
I do not have a
Right.
record of any Professor Tim Dillery having completed the trials previously.
Oh no, you must be confused. Ask Dennis back there. He definitely knows who I am.
I do not know a Dennis, but I will ask any Dennis that I find if they know you.
Every single Dennis.
Congratulations.
Just goes in the street. Are you Dennis?
Do you know Professor Tim Dillery? And with that, our screen shimmers and fades to black as you have successfully completed the Wizard Certification Exam.
Awesome.
If anyone asks, you are now definitely wizards.
I'm totally a wizard.
Just for the
Definitely
sake
would.
of it, Levi's gonna smash the table after everybody's got there.
Granted, I think some of
Wow.
our spells are a lot better than just the generic wizard spells too. So it's like,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
we
mean,
got some
those
good
are the
shit.
generic wizard spells that you know how to cast. There are real wizard spells that real wizards can cast.
like fireball, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I just saw what Stars put in chat. Tim,
It breaks.
it
The
breaks.
table
The table
shatters.
breaks.
Oh.
Hey, look at it this way. I knew I was gonna pass.
You did.
Amazing.
All right. I
The
hope
fact
you
that
guys.
none of us has died was really surprising. No offense, but
Oh,
like
that second room. That second room.
Oh,
It
I'm
got
not gonna
close.
lie.
Yeah, I was up to 6. I can't.
It
Oh
was.
my
It was pretty close for some
Oh.
of you.
That was-
Yeah. I stayed at 5 the whole time and got up to 6 a couple of times. And I was like, oh god.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Chad and Stars, for the help. Thank you.
Stars.
Yeah.
Stars
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
for that one.
Oh.
I'm gonna wake the beholder up. It'll be fine.
But there's
Talia.
definitely we need to throw out some dice tonight, and buy some new sets of D6s.
yeah, right.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. They rolled so high, and they constantly roll
Yeah.
high. So like for any other game, it would be fine.
Maybe
You
just
know?
set them off to the
Yeah.
side, like quarantine
yeah.
them for.
These are my
Yeah.
rogue dice.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
Be
man.
great for a real wizard.
But still, thank you for running down. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
thank you.
Yeah,
I hope you
yeah,
guys
that
had
was so
fun.
much fun. Thank you, thank you.
Amazing. All right, let's do some quick sign-offs for anybody who's still watching us. I've been the Speed of Candy. I'll let my players sign off, remind us of any socials they want to share, and we'll go from there. Let's start. I'm just going to go straight across my screen. Let's start with Levi.
I'm Lobster. You can find me on TikTok at the Rambling Lobster. That's it.
Amazing. Lilith.
I'm Juniper, and I'm Linen and Spice on both TikTok and Twitter.
Tim.
I am Tim Dillery, but hey, you guys can find me out Seaweed Sausage up there, basically on TikTok. That's about it.
All right. Roy.
Yeah, I'm that guy on TikTok, and that's about it. I've been Roy Kalin. Fun messing your timeline.
You definitely did. Dahlia.
I've been Dahlia Linclair. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Discord, all at the I'm Crash Landon, all one word.
Beautiful. And Trixie.
I'll answer to whatever. Hi, I'm Pyrea. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. And that's the whole spiel.
Okay. And again, I've been the Speed of Candy, your humble game master. You can find me here on DnDenial Mondays and Tuesdays and occasionally Sundays for a podcast. Join us. It's lots of fun. Bye, everybody. Hope everybody had fun.
Bye.